up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to Melancholy EP release party. Now, I need 1 minute to get the Instagram going as well, because you guys on YouTube are early. So, pretend you're not seeing this. I'm going to say the same thing on Instagram. Crap. I need to turn the camera around. Okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. Oh, we got people here already. Let's go. So, hello, Instagram. Hello, YouTube. You are both on separate phones, separate cameras right next to each other. So, Instagram's actually, you know what? Let's just do this.
Let them talk to each other.
YouTube, say hello to Instagram. Instagram, say hello to YouTube. Say it. Say it in the comments right now. I'm waiting. Anyway, those will come in.
The reason we're here.
Welcome to the Melancholy release party. It's gonna be great.
Woo-woo.
I'm very excited because it's been many months since I put out music. October to be exact, with Ghost Story, and we finally back with some tunes. What's up, Chris Harmony? What's up, Micah?
What's up,
Jade Yates?
Lavender Butterfly, Beowulf? Good to see you again.
Good to see y'all here.
It's been a minute.
The crew's all here.
The gang's all here.
You guys might have already seen it, but T-shirt. You've been visited by the Melancholy. He steals some of your happiness plus one sadness. So that's one of the merch things.
I have other merch
on the website. Yes.
Melancholy.
We're already repping the merch.
Yes.
So that's on
Ooh, they said W
my
shirt.
website.
Thanks.
It's on the website.
We're very proud of it. We like it.
Yeah. Savvy has the shirt too, Micah says.
Yeah.
The hoodie, but yeah.
This is the hoodie, but I also have the,
and
I have the crop top.
They truly are, they do be looking good. I really actually think they're looking amazing.
Yeah, he opened the package and he was like, yes.
Yes.
It actually looks good. I like Beowulf said it was like the plus one sadness. Yes, I think that's hilarious. Like, we do like the games.
Yeah, it's kind of like almost like a video game moment. It's like a type of game where things happen in moves or something. Almost like Pokemon, right? Pokemon games do that. They're like, you've met a wild Bulbasaur. He
sleeps you.
Yeah.
Sleep.
Anyway. Is it based off of Fruit Ninja? No.
You know, somebody else said that about the font.
Yeah, the live stream announcement.
Yes.
Because it was like
but that would be hilarious.
Japanese-ish English text.
But it's just funny, so on the hoodie, it's got the Japanese for Melancholy, and we paid someone on Fiverr. We were like, does this make sense in Japanese, or is it bad? And they were like, no, actually, it's great. And the pun even sort of makes sense in Japanese, which is hilarious.
I was going to tell that story later, but...
You could have interrupted at any point.
And said, shut up.
You could have said, look at all these
it's
people
okay.
who remember
I'll tell
what
that
Fruit
story
Ninja
later.
is.
I'll tell that story later, and
It'll be new
and no
people.
one will even remember it.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas says, I've been looking forward to the music than the merch, to be honest. Oh, of course. The music comes first. Yeah. And then the merch.
But we've heard the music for weeks, and the merch is new to us. That's what we're excited about.
True.
Dude, you should tell them about how the EP is going to work, like the cool little twist about it.
That is on my list as well.
Look, you didn't brief me.
It's up there on the Google document.
Whoa, it's in the sky, guys.
I can't really move both of these. I was going to show my second screen.
I can show this one.
We can show
I
the
show YouTube first.
which is kind of
There you go,
loose.
YouTube. You see? It was in the sky.
Anyway.
I didn't know about it.
But yeah, let's see what you guys are saying. Welcome, Gladden. What's up, Jared? Film and Flourish, how's it going? Good to see you all. Thanks for joining. Let's see. I will brief you guys on what we're doing. It's 8:37. At 9 o'clock, I'm gonna show you guys the premiere of one of the songs off the EP. I decided not to listen to the whole EP with you guys on live stream. I just decided not to.
He was like, I don't want their whole experience with it for the first time to be
through the
terrible
phone.
audio through the phone. So if you want to see the whole thing,
so part of the reason for that
go listen to it.
Is one of the things about the EP I wanted to tell you about that's fun is just that all of the songs flow into each other.
No, Matt, you're gonna tell him about that later.
I decided to tell him about that right now. Anyway.
It's on the schedule
It's on the schedule.
The schedule in the sky.
But yeah, so there's 4 full-size songs and there's 2 interludes that are 30 seconds long. So 6 tracks total, but they all flow into each other. So fun kind of album-like experience, but it's an EP. So.
Whoa, we're getting greetings from Scotland.
Josh Eady says greetings from Scotland. Hello from Australia.
Lucia
What's up,
Castro
guys?
From Brazil.
We are in the United of the States.
Yeah, but not for long.
Yeah, we're going on a trip to Germany just for fun in really only a few days.
Not long.
Friday.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting.
Somebody said, I saw a baby watermelon plant today, but I didn't buy it.
Interesting.
Why? Why not? You could have had it for this party.
Graphite Voyage says, I'm going to be on and off here because I'm out with my family. So excited for this music and this live.
Aww.
Heck yeah. Thanks. Glad you could join at least somewhat. It'll be fun.
Beowulf says, I am indeed in the United of the States.
Yes, in the United of the States.
Yes, we are also in the United of the States.
Gladden says, can we come?
Yeah. You have 4 days to pack.
I don't know. Maybe next time.
Whoa, savage.
Grace says on YouTube says, yay, been looking forward to this. My favorite is Summer Home. I played it so much these past summers.
Summer Home was a banger. It does make sense
for you to play it in the summer.
Nobody ever talks about that one, but it was a very fun one.
Oh, my friend Tara likes it a lot.
Oh,
she always talks about it.
Wow. You should tell me about more things. I told Matt that we should have bought a tiny watermelon and put it on Felix's head so it would match the merch.
I was going to, but I didn't.
But we ran out of time.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone.
Ian said, whoa, it's the best music maker in the world, DJ Savvy.
Yeah, DJ Savvy. Someone said, where is your penguin friend? He's here.
He's off producing. Just kidding, he's right here.
He's here. He has to be here because he's going to help you guys listen to your musical adventure of the first song on the EP. So, that's pretty much one of his biggest jobs, so...
Someone said Rhythm hits hard. Rhythm was a good one.
That's one of my favorites, yeah.
We were listening to that the other day, and Matt was like, I was making bangers.
I have to say, one of my all-time favorites of my songs now is honestly my latest song, Ghost Story. I think I probably like it better than the average person does, but it's one of my favorites. It's in my top 5, for sure.
Someone said Falling Faster, which Falling Faster is another underrated song, I think. I like that one a lot.
Lavender Butterfly says, I love the rhythm, but sleepwalking makes me feel like I'm floating. Yeah, that one's fun. I was on your stream before that one came out. Oh, nice.
John says, been a fan since Snapshot. Snapshot was 5 years
2020,
ago.
2020, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite
crazy.
Quite a while. What's up to everybody joining? And and YouTube.
And you?
Yeah, so in 20 minutes, we're going to watch the premiere for the first song on the EP, which is called Lonely City. And before and after that, we'll do some Q&A. So I don't know about YouTube, but on Instagram, there's a spot you can put questions down at the bottom. So feel free to start dropping some questions in there. And on YouTube or even in Instagram, you can just ask questions in the chat as well. But yeah, so definitely drop some questions about the EP or anything you want to ask me.
All these are giving me serious nostalgia for some reason. That's because it's been forever since you put out some music, my boy.
Yeah.
But he's been working hard. He's been in the studio, typing away.
I've been in the studio. Yeah, it is. So it has been a very different experience making this EP versus what I've been doing for honestly years is just making singles and then maybe putting them together as an album. But I really wanted to switch things up for kind of two reasons. One is I just wanted to switch things up and do an EP instead of singles, just that. But another thing was I was wanting to actually like try my hand at doing a project that was more made, like all the songs were made in kind of what's the word? Like made with the other songs in mind, like a more cohesive,
theme,
like
more
a
of
bigger
cohesive,
picture
yeah,
view of the whole project together instead of just making one song, making another song, making another song, and then like squishing them together. So these songs are all a bit more of a similar vibe and stuff, sort of. I mean, like sound wise, each one is different, but they all definitely have a very strong common thread.
Okay, Matt, you got a couple questions. Why is it called Watermelon Collie?
It's called Melancholy. That is because it's a pun off the word melancholy, and I just thought of it at one point. I think it was a shower thought. And I looked it up online, and there wasn't that much there. Like it wasn't a super common pun. Like it existed. People had thought of it, but wasn't a common pun. It wasn't on Spotify much at all.
Which
So
is a problem. Like, so you think, oh, I've got a really cool original idea, and then you go type it in on Spotify, and every other kid and their mom has made a song called that, and it's really annoying.
yeah. So
yeah.
I decided to run with it partly because part of me said it was like too silly, too like I don't know. Not ironic. I can't think of the right word, but like too silly, too kiddish. But then like that kind of became a bit of like a theme of the EP, which is like making silliness out of
Sad.
heavy and sad. It's like where the two meet is like a funny place.
Well, also that's like the way you are. Like, I feel like if you were actually sad about something, you kind of like make jokes. You're not a super serious person. Ian said, typing away, has Matthew been writing a book? I think people would be surprised how much typing and clicking happens in the studio versus just like actually playing an instrument.
Oh yeah, so this question that we have selected here is why is it released on a Tuesday? Part of the reason is that this Friday we're going on a trip. So I didn't want to release that on a day I was super busy.
Yeah, but don't
the
come rob
other
us.
reason was that I wanted to try releasing not on a Friday. Yep. Jade Yates Music says, okay, I hate to be that person, but someone has to be. So Young Pop Renegades 3 when? I am not entirely sure about that happening. Yeah. So we'll see. It's still a possibility, but
maybe good, maybe not.
Yeah, we don't know. Is going on tour on the horizon potentially? Not right now. Not right now, but it's something I've thought about.
Yeah.
Um,
Because Matt's such an extrovert. He just loves to
I just
be
love
out there and have everyone staring
being
at
on
him.
stage. Yeah.
Part of the thing that makes touring hard is it's a lot to get together, and he's been releasing independently lately, which makes it even more of a lot to get together. And then you have to, the way your fans are, they tend to be pretty spread out. So getting them all in the same spot would be difficult as well. It's
Yeah.
just a lot of logistics, which nobody likes logistics. So
Yeah,
there's that.
that's true.
Someone said VeggieTales uses the pun melancholy.
Really?
I didn't know that.
That's
Fun
nice.
fact: I was not allowed to watch VeggieTales growing up.
Careful, your mom's on stream.
I'm sure she stands by it. My wife and I had Hideaway remix on repeat for our honeymoon in Hawaii last summer. Really, the whole last album just brings us back. Oh, that's so cool, because then forever you hear that song, you'll be right back there. Just really fun. Hawaii is a cool place to go for your honeymoon.
Yeah. Ian Moss says, love projects that flow. Swoop's We Go On album is a great recent example. Yeah, they're really fun because it's like so unnecessary, but that like in itself proves that people went the extra mile for something that was just like a cool extra thing.
There's a bunch of VeggieTale comments now. Wait, really? Why? I loved VeggieTales as a kid. Bro, that's so sad. VeggieTales is awesome. I was not allowed to watch it because they thought it was sacrilegious because the Bible characters are vegetables.
Which is sort of fair.
But it was also kind of
Sort
funny.
of.
And there were 4 of us, and my younger brother, who's the baby, he got to have a VeggieTales CD, and none of the rest of us did. This classic baby.
Chris says, been listening to your music since 2015. Love your music. Darling is probably my favorite.
Hey!
Oh, yeah,
that's one of my favorites, too.
That is quite a while ago. 10 years goes by. I'm not going to, like, not fast, but 10 years,
really
10 years
old.
ago is a long time ago. So I guess I'm saying it goes slow, actually.
I'm so confused.
Gladden says he was eating watermelon and collie one night for a snack and thought they went well together. No, I don't eat dogs. Sorry.
Oh, Grace said your Heathens cover was super cool. That was a really fun cover. You haven't done that many covers, but every one that you've done I really like.
They are fun, yeah.
My mom said the CD Sexton got to keep was from Chick-fil-A.
Nice.
Only Chick-fil-A would have like VeggieTale Happy Meals. That is so funny.
Ian says also Fridays are so busy. Sorry, I'm behind on the comments.
Yeah, we need to.
Oh, a bunch of people joined.
Beowulf said they're eating dogs. No, Felix is still here, guys. He's sleeping, but I'll wake him up.
To everybody who's just joining on Instagram and YouTube, I have an EP coming out tonight. It's called Melancholy.
He's studio dogging it up, guys. Look at these paws. I was saying we need to put a tiny watermelon on his head for this, but it didn't work out. He is probably happy about that, though.
Yeah.
He's like, let me go back to sleep. Okay, go back.
Yeah, and in 10 minutes, we're going to watch the premiere for the first track on the EP called Lonely City. Well, really listen to it. It's just like a little small visualizer. But yeah, that's gonna be great. Felix is very important. I saw 2, one on YouTube and one on Instagram. People said, hello, doggy. Exactly the same. Felix, people say hi to you. Ian says
wagged his tail.
A watermelon cap for Felix needs to happen.
I know. Maybe we'll still do it and get a picture and we'll post it for you guys or something like that. That'd be kind of fun.
Oh, John says, I remember when I found Adventure album and have been in love ever since. Heck yeah. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that.
Adventure just never dies. It's a good song.
That one probably will never die. That's the way of hits. Your hits live on.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
Skipler says, congrats on your new EP.
Thank you.
Receive these congrats.
Mind you, a watermelon cap for Matthew needs to happen too. Right.
That would be pretty funny.
Maybe. Josh Edie says, would you ever consider doing physical releases? So I used to do CDs of my albums, but that kind of started to become not as great because not as many people get CDs anymore.
Yeah, they usually just stream it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Opinionated Gamer says, Fly Me to the Moon and Leave Me There is probably one of my most played albums right now. My new job has a community Spotify playlist, and I love hearing your songs on it. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And I really love Fly Me to the Moon and Leave Me There as a title. I think it's hilarious. I don't know if people really got how funny it is.
Kind of first came up as a joke.
Could you shout out my friend Carissa? Could you?
Yes, I could.
Good.
Shout out Carissa.
Woo! Do you have a watermelon in your fridge right now?
I don't, but I should have.
This is sad because
I should have.
You should have.
I didn't prepare good enough.
A moment of silence for the watermelon that we do not have.
To everybody who's just joining, I wanted to point out my shirt. It's my new merch.
It says, you've been visited by the melancholy. That's him. He steals some of your happiness plus one sadness. So, you've all lost some happiness just now from being visited by the melancholy. And then I have the hoodie. It says melancholy, and it has the Japanese on the sleeve.
Yeah. Oh, and this one has MP.
Wow.
Kind of Japanese.
Who's that?
Mr.
Parker.
That's
so bad.
So yeah, those are all available on my website. If you want to check them out. There's more as well.
Red Bull watermelon. And that is the biggest tragedy of them all. That's why plus one sadness. That's old lore right there.
Ian says, CDs are an old wives' tale, aren't they? He says, with hundreds upon hundreds of them. I think I still have a bunch of CDs.
Oh, yeah.
Like hundreds, actually. So you were completely accurate.
I think they were talking about themselves.
Oh. Well, me too.
I love the rhythm. There's so much to learn from in it. The rhythm, hilarious, because someone actually made a video about the rhythm, saying that it's not rhythm.
It's
and
not real rhythm.
It was really funny, because it starts out with, Matthew Parker doesn't know how to make rhythm. And we watched it, and we laughed a lot.
You never know. He might be on here.
I know. I don't think he'd be mad that we were laughing. It was funny.
Shaping the Silence says, make toddler sizes of the shirts, and I'll buy one.
Yes. No, just straight up onesies for little babies.
Diapers.
It just says, plus one sadness, and then it's just a picture of a baby screaming in a onesie. Guys, you want to know a crazy fact? We're going to have 6 new nieces and nephews. That's a lot in 1 year.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Because I have many siblings, and then 2 of your siblings.
Yeah, 2 of my siblings, 4 of your siblings. Which is wild.
Like most of my married siblings.
That's
right? Wait.
Yeah.
All except John and Michelle.
And Ben and Emily.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Many. Many of them are having a kid.
Opinionated Gamer said, I bet you don't have more siblings than me. How many do you have?
Oh.
This is an interesting question.
The competition
I think Matt
is on.
might take that bet.
I might.
I would not take that bet. He has 9. You lose. Matt has 10 siblings. Look at all these Christian families here. I have 7. I have 9. He had 10. Yep.
Yep.
He said that's a lot of future birthday presents to buy. Tell us about it. This brings us to 20 nieces and nephews.
Really? Oh my
20.
goodness.
So
what in the world? We're good. We're good uncles and aunts.
Yes, it is very fun.
Good uncle and aunt.
Yeah.
We give them gifts and hang out with them.
Yeah.
Let's see. Christ follower said MP stands for Music Penguin. Yes, for sure.
Ian said congrats to our family. Yeah, congrats to them. They're doing a good job.
Merry Christmas says one of the only times I feel like I don't have many. I have 5. Yeah. 5 is a lot.
Yep. There's 4 in my family total. 11 in his family. It's just so crazy.
Yeah, including me.
Yep.
Angel in the Storm says, is there a story behind the choice to use Japanese? So, I would say the biggest thing was just when I thought of the title, Melancholy, I kind of had in my head the idea for the artwork a little bit. It would be like this little dog who kind of looks happy, but then has these huge tears falling down.
Which just makes it extra sad.
Originally, I was thinking it would be a little bit like squarish pixel arty or something. That's not what I ended up doing. But, so just kind of going with the aesthetic, it seemed to make sense to do the Japanese kind of thing. And along with that, we've started watching a lot of anime recently. I didn't used to like it.
We've been binge watching
and
seasons.
I just couldn't get into it for a while. But then we just had to find the ones that I liked, which was I kind of like the ones that are a bit more like romantic or whatever.
Like a little story.
Like action ones are fine. And I do like action some. But I liked the ones that were a bit more about like interpersonal relationships, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we started watching that more, and so that had some influence too. But it wasn't mostly that. It was really mostly just it fit the vibe really well.
You said which anime? One of the first ones that we really liked was My Senpai is Annoying, which is really funny.
We like a lot of ones that are like not the super popular ones.
Yeah. I like this one, and it's super weird. It's this guy goes into another world, which is apparently a whole genre of anime, which we didn't know. But he goes into another world, and he has the ability to shop online.
Yeah.
In his old world. So he's just making a bunch of food and trying to avoid people who would make him be famous, because he doesn't want to be famous. He just wants to make food. And a wolf befriends him and makes him make food for him. No, they're getting this. They're vibing, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so really weird stuff. When are you going on tour again? I would love to catch you.
I don't know when I'm gonna play shows again. It's kind of gonna just be when it like comes up, when an opportunity arises.
Yeah. We were talking about this earlier, but touring is kind of hard if you have a pretty wide audience that's in a lot of different places. So, like, if you had a bunch of fans in Seattle, it would be pretty easy to go do a Seattle show. But basically, anywhere we pick to go, a bunch of people would be sad because they live too far away. And then there's the logistics of it all, which is a lot, too.
Okay, so the premiere for the first song on the EP is about to start in like a minute and a half. So we're about to watch that on YouTube. So I'm gonna get these phones ready to turn the camera around. So yeah, we're gonna watch the first listen to the first song on the EP, and then later y'all can watch the rest. I mean, not watch, listen to. On YouTube, I'm gonna have one video that's like the whole album, start to finish. It's like 15 minutes long. And then I also have uploaded each track separately. So yeah, the full EP is gonna premiere at like 11, so like an hour before it goes on Spotify. If you guys want to try to catch it tonight. But yeah, so we got like 30 seconds till the premiere starts. Here, I will.
You guys want to stare at the number now?
Yeah, we can stare at the number and unmute it. We can catch this great music.
Opinionated Gamer said the genre we were talking about is called isekai.
Genre of what?
Of anime, I think.
Which one?
Yeah, stare at the number. Go!
Okay, here we go. Oh, we do not need it to tell us that it's music. Oh no, what have I done? Ah, sorry. Oh, there was Erwin. Okay, wait, stop.
Done.
There we go. Done. Over. Here, let me set this back up.
That's it. I mean, there's a bunch more of songs, but Matt's really selfish, and he won't show you the rest of them.
Yeah.
Because of his selfishness.
Yeah. Pretty much. Accurate. Lore accurate.
Matt, did you like it?
Did you like it?
Did you like it?
Okay. I wasn't reading the comments. I could have been, since Erwin, Erwin was doing his own thing.
Yeah. I don't know why he distracted you.
Let's go. It looks like you guys liked it, though.
Oh, somebody noticed it was from It's a Wonderful Life in the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm impressed someone knew what it was from. I know It's a Wonderful Life.
I would have known that, too, if I didn't already know it anyway.
Yeah, you would have known it because you're a nerd.
You mean because I've watched the movie?
No. I've watched the movie. I'm just not a nerd.
Well, I recognize his voice.
I thought he was Who's the guy in Mary Poppins? I thought he was that guy when I first heard it.
I don't remember his name. Yeah.
But he was very famous. Lavender Butterfly said, "Oh no, these lyrics hit way too hard." It's true. Wait till you listen to Wishing Well.
Yeah.
Wait till you listen to that. You won't even recover. You just be stuck. You just lay on the floor.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Anson Timothy says, "This is fire. Thank you." Angel in the Storm says, "Dancing Irwin makes it 1000% better."
It's true.
Agreed.
We should make a music video of that. Just the penguin dancing.
Emily Gray says, "I'm obsessed. I can't wait to have this on repeat."
Please do.
Heck yeah.
The Luke Show says, "When we getting the new album?"
Yeah. So this EP, which is like a small album, because it's sort of like 6 songs, 4 full songs with 2 short interludes. Tonight, midnight.
You get tonight.
12 o'clock a.m. tomorrow, technically, but tonight. 1 minute after 11:59 p.m. tonight. Okay, enough of that.
K-Man Buff says, "Fire."
Fire. Thanks, K-Man. Grace Carr says, "I would actually get a plushie of that cute collie." I don't think I can make plushies.
Sons of Jacob said, "I got t-shirts."
That's a fun idea, though.
T-shirts is cool.
You got t-shirts. Yes. Oh, yeah.
T-shirt.
Okay, I've already showed some of you, so just bear with me for a second. But I'm showing the people who just joined. T-shirt.
T-shirt. Hoodie.
It exists.
Hoodie.
It's on my website.
And also, it's hilarious. If you're funny.
Read it again.
It says, "You've been visited by the melancholy." There he is. He steals some of your happiness, +1 sadness. So all of you get +1 sadness. Enjoy.
Sorry.
Sons of Jacob said, "T-shirts."
T-shirts.
T-shirts.
I love the movie. I don't know what that's talking about.
I think It's Wonderful Life.
Wonderful Life, yeah.
Your geniusness blows my mind, Matthew.
Thanks, Ian. Ian, you switched to YouTube instead of Instagram.
Ian, you're not where you're supposed to be, Ian.
Are you just on both of them? You crazy.
You crazy, man. Crazy.
In a good way. Gladden says, "My MP Faves playlist is about to get a whole EP bigger."
Yeah.
True. Facts.
Sons of Jacob said, "It's Dick Van Dyke." That's the guy in Mary Poppins. And Jimmy Stewart is in the other one.
Okay. Yeah. Jimmy Stewart. I've hardly heard that name.
Merry Christmas said, "Not gonna lie, having new music is perfect for finals," which is so true. Finals is no joke.
True.
My little brother is doing finals. Well, I guess he was doing it last week, but I've been helping him with English. I thought I was done with English, but apparently not.
Yeah. Oh, Anson Timothy says, "Gotta jump off, unfortunately, but so glad I got to jump on and hear it." Heck yeah, thanks for joining, man. You can hear the rest of the EP tonight as well. Wyatt says, "Absolute cinema." Yes.
Cinema.
Joyful Girl Angel says, "Could we get some merch for the melancholy?"
You could indeed.
Yes. It already exists. It's on my website.
Ethan Buck said,
MatthewParkerMusic.com if you wish to check it out.
You're gonna like this. Ethan Buck said, "Who did the art?"
Who did the art?
Who did it?
I did the art.
He did it.
I did the art.
This guy right here.
I made the t-shirts too.
Yeah. It's called talent. Look it up.
Connell says, "Dude, I didn't like it. I loved the heck out of it."
Bro, I was a little sad at the first part of that because I didn't read the rest yet. I was like, "Oh, you didn't like it."
Mary says, "My lecture is starting, but so glad I got to catch the song first. Great song, Matthew. You killed it as always." Oh, yeah, because it's morning where you are, probably.
Whoa.
But yeah, thanks for joining, Mary, even though it was morning. Have a great day.
Gladden is also in the wrong chat.
Gladden, you're on YouTube as well?
Gladden!
Oh, in case some of you didn't know, we have Instagram and YouTube open on 2 phones.
And you can say hi to each other.
Yeah, let's do this again. YouTube, say hello to Instagram.
YouTube.
Okay?
YouTube.
Say it in the comments. Say hi, Instagram.
If you're wondering,
Instagram,
YouTube
say hi, YouTube.
So.
I know this is just a bright ring you see, but there's a phone there. It exists.
Instagram is there.
Anyway,
now that we've blinded them.
Yeah.
Hi, friends. Gladden.
There we go. There's some high Instagrams. I didn't see those earlier when we asked them to.
No, they did it
They
here.
did?
They didn't do it on
Instagram?
Yeah.
Wow. Tisk tisk. Shaping the Silence says, can't wait to listen to this on repeat. Yeah.
Holly Ross says, we're big fans of Patthew Marker in our house. Will he ever make a non-Christmas song? We know
you know him. Yeah, he's my cousin.
Dude, the way they say we know you know him, like the mob. They're like, don't even try to deny it.
Yeah.
We tried once to do a non-Christmas song.
Yeah, we were going to do Firework by Katy Perry.
For 4th of July, and I cried, and we didn't make it.
It sort of just didn't work out. It was too, like, basically it was, like, too loud and belty of a song.
Yeah.
And that didn't end up working very good for it.
And somebody wanted it in, like, the highest
our
key
friend,
ever.
Patthew Marker.
It was painful.
Angel in the Storm, who is in Australia, says, so he already got to hear the EP, says, I've listened to it 4 times, still lying on the floor.
Yes. I'm telling you.
Crying emoji.
Tomorrow, when you guys have heard everything, you can send us the pictures of you guys all crying on the floor. It's brutal.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Wishing Well, brutal, man. I listened to it, and I'm just like, I need to go listen to that song and be sad.
Morning Star says, your music has literally saved my life. It has brought back my joy for life. Thank you. That's amazing. That's so cool to hear. I'm really glad that my music makes you feel something like that. Do you also have coffee shirts? What? Oh, I get it. Okay, I get it. Tea, coffee and tea, T-shirts. I thought I'd explain it for you. If any of you were, slower of mind than me.
I definitely got it right away.
Did you?
No. I was like, what the heck?
It's okay, Ian. I'm on your wavelength after exactly 1 second.
Lavender Butterfly said, I can't wait to cry tomorrow.
LOL.
That is the type of
But it's kind of like a happy. It's like
but
a
that's
happy
what makes
sad.
it so sad is that you're like, I'm sad.
Great. Yeah, that's exactly what the dog's expression is.
It's kind of extra sad because it's sad, but you're trying to have a good attitude about it.
Mm-hmm. Joyful Girl Angel said, dude, your shirts remind me of lo-fi question mark?
Lo-fi?
Yeah, it is sort of like
Matt
lo-fi
lo-fi
vibes. In a good way, I think. Do you ever plan to release your music on CD? So I used to release all my albums on CD. I have CDs of Shadowlands, Adventure, Daydreamer. I think, and Dragonfly, actually.
Yep, because we did a campaign for that one.
That's where I stopped because people stopped buying them as much. And this doesn't have to do with y'all, but the distributor place I was using to ship out the CDs was starting to charge way more to
to hold them, to store them,
store the CDs, and it was like way more than it was worth for me to be selling them. So I kind of just can't really sell them right now very well.
Pure as Pearl said, I just have to say that Baby Blue is one of my all-time favorites. Went to the beach with my family and friend and his brother, played Baby Blue for the playlist car, and my friend loved it. Thanks.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's exactly the type of thing that is so fun, is when you have a song that is specific to a really good memory. And then anytime
a trip
you hear it,
or
it's just
a time in your life. Yeah.
Sons of Jacob said, I like happy, sad songs. JK is for you, my friend.
Kind of all of them.
Yeah, kind of all of them. How can you be sad when you got watermelon? Answer this, Matt.
Theodore says, your music inspired my webtoon coming. Ooh, that's fun. You should send it to me.
We like webtoons.
I can't wait what this song can inspired in me. Either a new character or an adventure.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be great.
He kind of looks like and talks like Matthew too, which is crazy. Oh, your friend that you showed the song to?
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
Your song Cold was perfect sad emotion, though. You can't get better sad emotions than that. Yes, but Cold is like one of my most underrated songs. It kind of didn't hit right people, I think.
You know what was funny about
I
Cold?
think that song is awesome. It just doesn't get, it doesn't hit. It hasn't found its audience.
Cold was funny because
Some of you might not even know that song. My song Cold, released it like less than a year ago, I think.
yeah, and it's really good, but it's really sad. And his family, 2 different people in his family called to see if he was okay. I was like, he's fine, he's good. Matt is okay.
Hey Drew, who says, I still have your signed Dragonfly CD.
Oh, that's so cool.
Awesome. Caitlin says, I've listened to AWOL so many times on repeat. It's one of my favorites. Yes, one of mine too. I think that's one of my best songs. Honestly, quite a few songs I really feel like are some of my best songs. Defeated Butterfly, AWOL, Ghost Story, New Light. Like, I'm really proud of all those ones. I feel like they're some of my best ones. Yeah. A lot of people are liking Cold.
That's crazy.
Cold is gas. Cold is awesome.
Like
Cold is too
heard
good.
Much about Cold.
Cold is so good. I've never heard Cold before. There you go. You should check it out. That's fine though. It's fine if you haven't heard of it. It kind of didn't pop off like other ones have as much. So,
what's the last one?
the Luke show said, "Yo, play Cold right now."
Yeah, play Cold.
Cold was one of the most technically.
I could find it. Let me see.
Songs I've heard before that audience should be targeted toward Flume fans. Oh, interesting. It's it's like sort of like hyper poppy, punky, electronic.
Because Matt can't pick a genre. I don't know if you guys have noticed that.
Yeah.
Genres are overrated.
Yeah, it's right there.
There you go. You guys want to
We
listen
could play
to
part of it. Okay, that's an ad. Can you mute that?
You guys interested in
Sorry.
in Lilo and Stitch?
Okay, I guess we're watching it.
Matt, I can't control this. The YouTube chat has asked for this.
They wanted to watch the ad?
No. They want to watch. Wait, guys.
Okay. Sorry.
Technical difficulties.
This is Cold.
It said somebody said you're gonna get copyrighted on your own song. I don't think you will for this one.
I like that font. It's like scribbly. Okay, that's probably enough. If you want to hear the rest of the song,
you get the vibe.
You can do so.
Yeah.
That was fun to listen to, though. I haven't heard it in quite a while.
Yeah, it was better than I remember.
Oh wow! Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
It was worse than I don't remember.
It's worse than I forgot. It's worse than I forgot. Okay, let's see. Does the robot have a name? You really should have named that robot, bro. You look silly now.
What's a name that starts with CH and has a K sound?
Charles. Kendrick. It starts with K.
The only thing I could think of was chamomile, but that's probably not the best name for him.
Stupid name. Clint.
Sorry, this is very important to me to name this robot. Could you say Clint?
We're taking suggestions for the robot's name. Please give your suggestions.
Keep in mind. Chris?
They said Chuck.
Chuck. Is there a name that starts with CH but it's a K sound? Like chamomile, but it not that.
You're really on this one, man.
It's important to me.
When can I get it on the radio?
Get what on the radio? The
I don't really know. Crinkles, Crumb, Carl.
Crumb.
Crumb. Dumb Crumb.
I do like crinkles as well.
Crinkles.
I thought of Carl. I do like
Cobalt.
that too.
I like that. That's a color though, and he is red.
Chrome is kind of great, and that's the K sound.
And he's a robot.
Let's go with Chrome.
I like Chrome. Opinionated
Chrome.
gamer, you win. He's Chrome.
He was already Chrome. I didn't just name him or anything.
JD Media said, "What up?" Hopped up on here from the YouTube stream, which is not the way this usually goes. Usually people start here and they end here. Hoo-hoo. You had to be on both streams to get that.
This actually worked really well. We did this one other time where we did Instagram and YouTube live stream at the same time, and I felt like it didn't work very good because I had like the phones further apart. But I've managed to put them right next to each other pretty much, and it's a lot better.
Lavender Butterfly said crunkles. Crunkles.
Trinkles.
Ian said Matt and genres don't belong in the same sentence.
Yeah, see, that's also something I'm sort of trying to change somewhat because I feel like I've branched out almost too much for my own good in terms of like artist branding. For growth, it's good to have kind of one branded sound. It's like, what if Pepsi also made coffee? It just doesn't seem right?
Don't they make coffee?
Saying? Or if they made chocolate shakes, it just doesn't seem right.
I feel like it would be more like weird if they made underwear or something.
Or, like if Yamaha made pianos and motorcycles, that would just
it wouldn't make any sense.
Oh, wait.
Ike said, "What's up, my dudes?"
What's up, Ike?
Bro, it's been a minute, Ike. Hi.
These are all the name suggestions,
Chloe Choriston. I didn't think about it being a girl. It could be a girl robot, Matt. Now what do we do?
It's a guy. It just is. Sorry. Ian says, I can see that equally being you. Whatever genre that may be is what your fans love. Authenticity all day long. Yeah, and I do agree for sure to a certain degree. Like, I think artists should not get too stuck in one sound. And I feel like no matter what I make, people won't feel like it's too much the same all the time. Like, because I tend to do so much crazy stuff.
Okay, we got a couple questions. How often do you go live? Luke wants to know. And Sons of Jacob wanted to know, is that shirt going to be on your shop? Answer.
See, that is a great question because, yes, it's already on my shop, actually. This, maybe I should pull up the store and show the peeps.
I do.
That's a good idea. Okay, sorry. Okay. We're going to show you the merch on the website. I hope this is not too much for you.
Matt, stop advertising to me.
Click on home, actually.
Home.
Sorry. Okay. We'll just show you real quick, and then we'll get back to whatever we are doing
You
here.
take Instagram. Don't tell them I said that, guys.
We have this.
I click on each one.
Okay.
This I wear.
This is probably my favorite one. I feel like it's just...
Whoa!
Oh,
get us out of here.
Okay, go back.
Escape.
There you go. I like this one a lot. I feel like it's very cohesive. It's got the...
And then this for the girls.
Wait, I wasn't done talking about the...
It's the same design.
One.
Okay, I go back.
It has the... You can't see it very well, but it has... Oh, you can see it right here. It has the Japanese on the side, on the sleeve, which is very cool. Anyway, that's it for that one.
Now you're done?
Yeah.
I don't believe you. This is the one he's wearing.
Oh, and Savvy's wearing that one right now.
Yeah. Sorry, YouTube.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry. We're trying to control two things at once here.
And this is the one Matt's wearing.
There's black and gray. I am wearing the gray one.
He wear gray.
Very cool.
This is it from the left. This is it from the right.
Moving on.
Bro, I got jokes. What can I say? And then they have that same thing in the gray hoodie. If you don't like the like kind of tan one, with the gray. And this one, the tan one, does not have the he steals some of your happiness plus one sadness. So it's a different design on the gray hoodie. But it is pretty cool as well.
Yeah, it's just like
Look,
hoodie version of the one I'm wearing.
And look, a girl is wearing it and also a guy. So feel free. And then crop top.
This one I think is really cool because it looks very like cohesive.
Yeah, I feel like this is such a Japanese looking design too. Like the shirt even looks a little bit like Japanese. Anyway, probably less guys wearing this, but it's there.
Yeah, probably.
Someone wants to know, what does the other language say? It says melancholy in Japanese, and then this is super fun too. Stickers of Lay Collie.
Yeah.
A lover's rose says, but is the tear animated?
On the t-shirts?
Not on the t-shirts.
Not on the t-shirts.
I apologize.
I wish you could put GIFs on t-shirts. That would be dope. That'd be funny.
Anyway, those are the things he made.
Yeah. So that's what we got.
Yeah.
To anyone who's just joining, I have an EP coming out tonight called Melancholy. That's what we're all here for.
Yeah.
And it's like 6 songs. It's pretty cool. I think you guys are really gonna like it. I'm very excited.
This is a funny comment. Creation Forever said, losing sadness is awesome because it means happiness. But the shirt is saying plus sadness.
It's saying plus one sadness.
It actually says he steals some of your happiness.
It's the opposite. Sorry.
If you haven't noticed, also, melancholy, it's a play on the word melancholy,
which is like sad, mainly sad.
So basically, he named this EP sad.
Isn't part of the definition like a mix of happy and sad? I'm gonna look that up real quick. Melancholy. I mean,
wait, the definition was there. A feeling of pensive sadness, typically with no obvious cause.
I thought it was like somewhat meant like a mix of happy and sad. Or maybe people just like kind of say melancholy is like only kind of sad.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
somebody said, wait, did I hear that right? 6 songs. So there are 4 full-length songs.
Slightly complicated. 4 full-length songs, 2 short interludes. They're like 30 seconds.
So you can listen through the whole thing and everything flows into the next song.
Yeah, so that's one of the things I wanted to do for this EP. It's like a bucket list thing that I've wanted to for like years, actually. I've wanted to do a project where like an album or an EP, I guess, which is what I did, where the songs all flow into each other like kind of like nonstop, like continuously. So that's what I did with this one. It was really fun, a little bit hard to do, but not that hard to do.
Gladden said, melancholy is this face.
But yeah, if you thought I only had one song coming out tonight, you will be sorely happy.
Yes, and then you'll listen to them and you'll be sad.
Yeah, you will be sorely sad.
Yeah.
Yep.
The people in Australia are still on the ground crying.
Jade Yates says Harry Potterifies the t-shirts gifts. Yes, that'd be so cool.
That'd be so cool.
Was this EP made for the purpose of making epic merch? No, but it kind of worked really well for that.
Yeah. Do you sell hats or nah?
I do have hats, but not of the melancholy stuff. Nothing worked for hats.
It's because it's in so many colors.
Yeah, because hats are all embroidery. They're not like printed, and there's too many colors on this picture, and the picture's too detailed to like shrink it down and do it with embroidery, pretty much. So
someone wants to know what the new genre is for the new songs. How would you?
That's a good question. I would say, you can think Broad Strokes a little bit, Owl City a little bit, Porter Robinson. I'd say kind of it is a little hard to describe, but they're like electronic, but like really like pretty and clean electronic. kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Bit more dreamy, whatever.
Someone said penguin wave.
Yeah, it's all Penguin Wave.
Basically.
Exactly.
Pure as Pearl said, I love all those artists. Then you will probably be happy and then sad.
Gladden said, I had no clue the date on the pre-save was a Tuesday until this stream. I was counting down to Friday. Yeah, I kind of figured that would happen. I figured everyone would be like, what is going on? But, yeah, I had to do it.
He just did it anyway. He's just chaotic like that. He's very chaotic neutral.
The Luke Show said, do you think you would ever do an Owl City collab?
If they twisted his arm.
Yeah, if they twisted my arm, if they were like, come on, do it, then
you
maybe.
would do a song with
I would consider
your
it.
Biggest inspiration if they twisted your arm.
I would consider it, yeah.
Let's go.
Keen Machine said, at trivia night, but popping in to say I'm so excited. I'm happy you popped in. Don't
answer this question. When more dubstep? That was really loud.
Probably won't be doing much dubstep for a while. And if I did, it would be more melodic dubstep.
Any color bass.
Any color bass.
Or magical EDM.
I can see myself throwing in some color bass like vibes, but it probably wouldn't be like full color bass. Low key, my song New Light, just like 4 singles ago or 5. Ike Smith said he's gone soft. Wow, so rude and so right.
Ooh, it's very true.
Yeah, that's okay.
I think it's because he turned 30.
Well, partly, I just felt like my sound, I'm trying to have like a more cohesive sound, and I feel like I shouldn't go way more electronic. Like, I want to make pop that's very electronic, but I'm kind of not going towards like full EDM,
so
I guess.
On the scale, right, there's EDM on one side, pop on the other. He wants to make pop that's electronic, not EDM that's kind of
I want to
pop-ish.
make music that's 2 EDM for the pop people and 2 pop for the EDM
Yeah,
people.
he wants to have 0 audience. So both sides hate him equally. So right in the middle. Yep. Synth pop. Why sad songs, Matt?
Why sad songs?
Why sad songs?
It was what I was vibing with. Yep.
Here. Why sad songs?
I have to say, I really liked the comment. He's gone soft.
Question: is there a Young Pop
Matt
Renegade 3
dubstep
coming anytime soon? We do not have anything for that on the books.
Yeah.
So, not currently. Are you sad, Matthew Parker?
Are you sad?
Say yes.
Are you sad, Matthew Parker?
Say yes.
No, I'm good.
I am sad, Matthew Parker.
I'm good. There's been things that have made me sad, but I'm doing all right.
Ends of the Earth said, hi, I like Mellow Matt. I'm going to call you that.
I like Mellow
This is
Matt.
Mellow Matt.
Oh, he must be saying like the non-dubstep making Matt or something. I don't know. YPR10 is actually next. I like that.
But
nice.
But the twist is that it's all 10-year-olds. That's why it's YPR10.
Nice. Ike came ready to fight. Gladden says, I love it.
He did.
Motion Wave Music says, I mean, you already kind of have thrown in color-based stuff with the song you teased for this.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't call it color-based, but I can see where you got that from. It is colorful. Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Jade Yates says, hi, my name is Zero, and I think I'm your audience because that's the best genre of music. Yeah, so, like, one big thing for me is, like, I love electronic stuff in songs. But for me, it's important for it to be, like, pop music, too, just because I love, like, the vocals being a big part of it. So, I kind of want to make, like, pop music that has, like, the most production-y goodness in it as possible. That's kind of like what I want to do.
Wait, there was a good question here before you get to that one. What's been your favorite project or song to make? I think maybe from this EP.
Yeah, sure. We'll make it that question.
Haha.
My favorite
Change the
song
question.
on this EP to work on. I will say Lonely City, the first song, did come together really easily and quickly, which is
and it sounded good
fun.
like right away.
It's
Like,
fun
it
when it
was
comes quickly
instantly
because
good.
it's like when you really have to work hard at something, that's when it becomes more of work.
Which one did you rewrite a couple times?
So Lucky, I had to rewrite. Wait,
Twice?
was it the? No, it was JK actually. I had to
Yeah,
rewrite
JK.
the verses like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. He
'Cause
kept showing it to me, and I was like, I hate
I
it.
knew that it wasn't good.
Yeah, he doesn't ask me if he doesn't already think it's not good.
So I was writing the verses for JK, and I pretty much was like writing too obvious. It was like, yeah, it was not good. So
But now
I
it's
rewrote it,
good.
and it's way better.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes. Sometimes you write a verse, and you're like, oh, it's not good.
Is there a genre which you have not tackled yet,
But
you want to?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Got him. You win.
Man, I would say like kind of like hyper pop, but I've kind of already done that. Like Cold, my song Cold was kind of hyper poppy,
You could do something
and I've had
more
little
hyper-pop, though.
elements of hyper pop in quite a few things.
No, bro, you already know what it is. Punk.
I've had elements of punk.
That's not the same as punk.
Yeah, but I probably shouldn't just do like a regular. Like
Ian
I'm trying
said
to
metal jazz.
metal
And
jazz. Yeah,
Luke Show said country. Actually,
Opera.
Matt can't say that because he's produced a country song before, right?
yeah. I actually helped write a country song before too. Yeah.
Gladden said,
Man.
he said, here's the song, JK. Here's the song, JK. Which is funny because Gladden also put out a song recently
called Class Clown.
And in it, he says JK, and I was like, Matt, that's crazy because yours also
So
says
funny
JK.
thing, Gladden, I almost one of my verses that I scrapped. I kept trying to play with the idea of like saying like I was the class clown almost before I had heard your song.
It was a good
in
thing
the
you
verses.
scrapped that.
So I guess it was a good thing I scrapped it. So I didn't tread on the toes of your song. How often do you end up rewriting a song?
That's a really good question.
I would say
feel like
not
it's
often
not
in
that
terms of
much.
like a real rewrite where like I write a whole verse and I'm like, oh, that's terrible. Or like a whole song.
Which song was the Lady in Black?
Falling Faster.
Yeah, so Falling Faster was a completely different song.
Yeah.
From like a long time ago, sort of.
But it sort of weirded me out, the old version. It was called like Girl in Black. And it was just weird. I didn't like it, so I changed it. Yeah.
But yeah, I would say maybe like 1 in 10, maybe even less than that.
Yeah, less than that. Your teaser was reminiscent of Porter Robinson's Nurture album. Yeah, I'm definitely like
sounds a lot like you.
feeling vibes of that type of thing a lot, of like very dreamy, very like emotional, but like positive, colorful and like yeah.
Ian said remix Class Clown. MP? Remix Class Clown?
Opinionated Gamer says, do you have any advice for people trying to learn how to make electronic music? I've been diving into it a bit, but haven't made anything yet. Yeah, I would say
get in there and play with everything.
Yeah. Get in there and play with everything. You have found like what software you want to use, what DAW? You can use like FL Studio or Ableton or Reason. I use Reason.
You use a Reason.
Or Logic Pro. You can get a demo version of almost, I think every one of those has a demo version, so you can play with it. You kind of just need to do it.
Make stuff. Like, that's the biggest thing he tells people, is they'll be like, I have made 1 song this year. And that's not enough to learn how to do something. You gotta make it, even if it's not what you wanted, make it and then make another one, and you'll learn things from each of the ones you make.
Yeah, it's important to just have fun making music if that's what you want to do. Like, yeah, just have fun doing it. And yeah, like watch a YouTube video of the beginner stuff for your software, and then you will save so much time of knowing where to click.
Yeah.
And just
like all
like
the
a 15-minute
softwares-
video of that, and then start making music.
Pretty much all of them have everything you need. Like, it didn't
Yeah.
used to be that way, but now they do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people were asking what the country song was. It was called Back Road Flying.
Oh, no. That's a
no, it's a
remix I
different
did. That's a
which-
country remix.
Oh, which is the one you wrote?
The one I wrote is called... Oh, what's it called? It's called...
This is how you know you've written too many songs.
It's a song... It's a city in Arizona or something. What's it?
I don't know. Gladden says he's going to release an EP this Friday called Apple Collie, which I think he should. Okay, couple questions. Maxim said, kind of jumped in here randomly, but he and his wife enjoy your music, which is
Heck
very
yeah.
cool. If you're not going on tour anytime soon, any chance you'll do any live performances or festivals or events? That's much more likely because it's much more easy to get into something like that because they have it all set up and you don't have to bring the audience and everything. But it's still kind of hard to do that type of thing.
I feel like with me not having any songs on like Christian radio and not doing like Christian music industry as like, I'm not like big in the Christian music industry now as much as I used to be, kind of. I don't know if they'll be asking me to like play at Christian music festivals.
Right.
So I don't know about that.
Are you going to make more peaceful vibe songs like Sparrow? You were talking about this today.
I probably should at some point. Yeah. I feel like for the most part, the sound I do usually is a bit more upbeat and stuff, but I would like to definitely at some point do a really chill song.
We were literally listening to Daisy by Gladden yesterday, and Matt was like, I need to do another like chill, just pretty song.
Yeah.
That's a really good song. If you haven't heard it, Daisy by Gladden. Amazing.
There could be another Twilight Meadow, chill song.
Yeah.
Most inspirational fruit. No, I'm not walking through the produce at Walmart. Well, are you or are you not?
Mango.
Inspirational fruit. I love mango. I think mango tastes so good. It's so good. I think apples are the most inspirational fruit because an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Ginkgo 5 says, it'll be 11 at night when your EP releases on Spotify, and I'll be sure to listen to it as soon as it comes out. Heck yeah.
Dan said, petition for an MP to headline Winter Jam. I'd sign that petition. Oh, NJR Patriot. What's up, dude? It's been a minute.
He says, perfect timing with these songs. I've been waiting for new music. Got any EDM song recommendations?
Yeah, Matt, do you listen to music?
Sorry, guys, I don't listen to music.
Subtle roast.
What music? What is that?
Matt does not listen to music.
I always like, as far as EDM, I always like Zed. Skrillex actually has a new album out, and I haven't heard it, and I probably should have listened to it.
Shame.
But yeah.
That's naughty.
Yeah. Play some secular festivals and spread the light and joy through sad melancholy songs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a question that's been up for a while. But
we never didn't answer it.
Ian said, weirdest thing that inspired something on the EP?
If you're just getting here.
Oh, I have a good answer for that.
EP out tonight. Merch on him. Answer question.
I have a 4 to 6 song EP coming out. 4 full songs, 2 interludes, so sort of 6, sort of 4. EP coming out tonight. Anyway, answering the question that Ian said, weirdest thing that inspired something on the EP, a song on the EP. So the last song on the album EP, sorry, I keep trying to call it an album, is called JK. Can you click on that again?
I will click on that again.
these screens are giving us nice lighting on our face.
They
And when
are?
it goes away, it's dark. Yeah.
It's dark. It's really hot in here. I'm gonna take the hoodie off. I can't do
Sorry,
it.
I'm trying to answer the question, which is the last song on the EP is JK, and that was inspired by like two things, kind of.
By your mom.
Partly it was inspired by this is probably the lesser thing it was inspired by, but kind of inspired by Chandler from the show Friends. I don't know if some of you have seen that. Some of you probably haven't. It's sort of a old millennial show kind of thing, but the movie or the show Friends, and Chandler is like the Joker of the group. He like
But he's really sad.
it's like they're always talking about how he's like uses humor as a coping mechanism, and he like jokes when he shouldn't and stuff.
Yeah, and tell them about when you were a kid.
I was about to get to that. That's the second thing.
I know, but you were taking a really long time.
Okay. So the second thing was when I was a kid, I like could not be serious to save my life.
Because it was like embarrassing, sort of.
Yeah.
Be serious.
It's like to be like sincere or like, yeah, to do anything without being joking or ironic was like, I guess cringe, but we didn't use that word so much back then. So anyway, but eventually I got over that, I guess. And
then he was never funny again.
I wrote a song about it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of about using humor as a coping mechanism. And yeah, yeah. I think you'll think it's pretty funny.
What do you think was the best track on the EP?
Oh man, that's a good question.
I feel like you know what your favorite was.
I don't know. I like Wishing Well a lot, but I don't know if it's my absolute favorite to listen to. I don't even know it's just my favorite because I like Lonely City a lot. I like Lucky. I like them all, really. Probably Lonely City or Lucky. Lonely City, I feel like overall the whole song, I really like the whole song. Lucky, I feel like has some extra strong moments, like that one, the main hook, I really, really like. And I really like one of the sounds I used in it, which is like a lead that sounds like a vocal, but it's not.
Yeah.
Secret bonus fact. It's like the da 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 da. That's just a synth sound, but it sounds like it's a
no, that was your mouth. You were just singing that.
Okay. If you say so.
Right.
Wyatt says.
Perez says saludos desde Mexico. Saludos desde Estados Unidos. Hi.
That's right. Savvy knows a lot of Spanish now, and I know some.
I learn it.
We've been learning it on Duolingo for like almost 2 years.
Caitlin wants to know what is my favorite song on the EP. And it's Wishing Well. I love it. You can just sit on the floor and cry. It's amazing. And then you never get up.
Wyatt says, can Patty Marker operationally define color base?
Yeah, Matt. Operationally define it.
Well, Patty Marker's not here, so he's my cousin, and he's not here, so sorry about that.
Do it.
Do what?
Define it.
But he's not here, so sorry.
All right. Have you had a chance to listen to Sam Bowman's new song yet? It's so good. I thought I read it wrong at first, and I read, is it good? And I was like,
I'm not sure because I don't know which one you're talking about. Maybe there's one I haven't heard, but maybe I have. Probably you're talking about one. Drop the title
so we know which one you're talking about.
Every one of his songs is so good. Ian says, love Chandler. Yeah. Rachel is obsessed with Friends. That's Gladden's wife.
Correct. She should be.
Yeah, I like that show a lot too. It's really fun.
Kituki says, hello, Matthew. I recently became a fan of your music. I'm so excited to see new music. Would you ever collaborate with Adam Young? which is good because they didn't say Owl City, so they knew who it was, which is kind of fun. I think you two would sound awesome together. I think so too. And we talked about this earlier, but if his arm was twisted, you know, he would definitely collaborate with the person who's inspired him more than almost anybody. He might do that.
Yeah, probably would if I could. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe someday that will happen.
Yeah.
Could be very cool. Oh yeah. I don't remember how to pronounce it, but Sambo's new song is like crescere or something. It's Latin or something. It means like a circle that grows wider.
Whoa.
Yes, I heard that song. He showed it to me before he released it, of course.
Got that.
I gave him some feedback. That one's really good.
Nathan said
the croissant one, yes.
Nathan said, "Take care of me. We run some Valorant in the future."
Yeah. Oh, that's who it is. Okay, I didn't know who it was
You didn't
before.
know
I didn't.
It's an awesome show, yes. Purist Pearl said, "Let's all petition Adam to twist his arm." Please.
I don't know if we should bug him. Maybe at some point we'll.
Come on, Matt. How are you gonna let your
him,
dreams
but-
come true if you never even ask?
It's true, but I don't know. I gotta have.
Dragon
It's gotta be the right
Flame
time.
Gamer says, "What song you love the most?"
What song I loved the most?
I think maybe since we've already answered it for the EP, you could say "Ever." What song ever do you love the most?
What's my favorite song ever?
Yeah.
Heck, I don't know. I don't think I could even answer that. I don't know.
That's a good question.
Day Husta says, "Will you ever do a song like Alice? Absolute favorite song from you."
Okay. This is funny because someone over here said we should bother Adam. He would probably like your music or something like that. And it's funny because isn't Alice the one he commented on one time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked one of his photos, and then like not long after that, he I guess looked at my profile because he commented on a video I had of the Alice music video, a clip of it, and he said so good, but then he didn't follow me, which is fine.
And
He
then
doesn't have
we
to.
freaked out for the rest of the day.
But
we were like,
it was
"Ah!"
awesome. He commented on one of my things.
It
That was years
very
ago.
Cool. Very, very cool.
He should have followed me so he could,
see how cool you were. Right. So will you
Get
ever
my
do a
cool
song like
content.
Alice again? I think you should. 'Cause Alice, even though Alice wasn't very popular, it was so cool. And it's still a vibe.
Yeah. Definitely the people who appreciated it a lot.
The funny thing about
Which
a lot
definitely
of
counts for something in like any like we were talking about earlier, like a lot of the people in the chats really liked my song Cold, even though it doesn't
didn't
do
do
well
well,
on streams. Like
that's the annoying thing about making stuff that's quite unique is that it's not mainstream. And so you're like, yay, I made a song that's really cool, but nobody knows about it. And that's kind
Yeah.
of a bummer to do, especially if you already know it's going to be like that.
Yeah. Ian Moss says Crescere was insane. Sam Bowman music, where art thou?
Where art thou, Sam?
Have you heard the croissant song? Yes, that's that song. I have heard it. It's great. Wait, what? Oh.
Caitlin said, we got to get the bravery back. It went AWOL. That's kind of funny. I like that.
Gladden says Adam has missed out on years of happiness.
Plus one sadness.
It's all good. It's all good. Bro is doing his thing. He's cool. Dragon Flame Gamer said, "Do you know Owl City?" I do not. I don't know him personally.
Seems like a cool dude.
Kituki says, "Let's bother Adam in a good way. Surely he'd think your music was amazing if he knew about it."
There you go.
I would say don't bother him much. Like if like one or two of you sent him something, that's fine. But like don't bother him a lot.
Will you be embarrassed?
I just don't think it's the way to like try to force someone to,
It's true.
But that doesn't mean no one can say
Ethan
anything.
says 100% of questions you never ask will always be no.
That's true.
See, Matt, you need these people to help
I gotta
inspire
wait
you.
for the right time to like try to message or something. and
Nitro
see.
said bother him the mostest. And cracks me up.
I feel like I'm not at the right place in my career to do that. Like I need to be popping off more, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
Pure as Pearl said,
fair.
I saw him in person and he was so kind at the performance. We saw him in Nashville. Was
Yeah.
that 2 years ago? He was great. He was
I don't know.
really
I think it
amazing.
was like a year ago. To everybody who's just joining, I have an EP coming out tonight called Melon, Collie, thereof of the merch hereof.
Nitro said throwback to when I did that to you. See, and that didn't bother you at all.
Wait, so when you did what?
What
Message
you
me?
were saying to, yeah, bothering you. But you weren't bothered.
Email pestering went hard in 2020.
Bro, some of your best friends you've met because they pestered you with an email. And it was your friend then.
Yes, but I am different than most artists in that way.
Oh my gosh. Gladden said find where he lives and write him a kind letter explaining your wishes.
No, guys.
Don't dox Adam Young, guys. No.
Oh, Everin Maxwell says artwork is sick. Pumped to hear the new track. Heck yeah, thanks, dude. Appreciate that coming from you. Yeah, artwork is fun. I was afraid. I was afraid that it would be too childish, but I think I sold it. I've sold it with the vibe of I don't know, the tears and stuff and the ridiculous watermelon hat kind of make it work.
We were a little bit scared people wouldn't like the merch, so it's really nice that you guys are all so hype about it. It makes us smile. Someone said, why do you say no a lot? That's a question I want you to answer.
Why do I say no a lot?
Yeah. Why do you say no all the time?
Am I saying no a lot?
You're like, no.
I don't know.
Don't, no.
Jessa said, Matt's not like other artists. I'm not like the other artists.
Right.
You love to say no a lot. Okay, I believe you.
He does love to say no. How did you feel about the rhythm when you first released it? That's my favorite of your songs and maybe my favorite of all time.
Oh, when I released it, I was like, this is the stuff, man.
We would ride
I
around.
still think it's great. I think it's one of my catchiest songs.
We would ride around in the minivan and just blast this song. We'd be like, yeah.
It's one of my of recent songs, if you count like the last maybe up to like 2 years old by this point. I don't know how old the rhythm is, but up to 2 years, maybe the past 2 years. That's my best performing one, pretty much.
You're like one of those dads on the street, and they're like, "How old is your kid?" And they say, "I don't know."
Yeah.
And then it's the kid's birthday.
Yeah. And that's why we don't have kids, because I have too many music kids to
children.
take care of.
Flare Bass said, I'm requesting the rhythm for my prom. That is awesome.
Yes.
You should send us a video.
Oh, bro, it's like the perfect prom song.
Yeah. Someone said, I think Sailboat is my favorite song. And that one is a song that I feel like
that one's like classic.
Stood the test of time, man. It's a good song.
Sailboat is one, too, that I feel like if you listen to it, especially maybe if you're youngish, but if you listen to it when it came out, it seems like it would be a very nostalgia song, because it would be like it evokes strong pictures in your mind, and it sort of seems old at this point.
Skyward said, do people ever stop you? Like, do they recognize you? And they do, especially here where we live. There's a lot of people who listen to him, so they'll stop him and say, hi, right here. You scrolled above it. Right there.
Oh, yeah. Do people ever stop you in public? Yeah, sometimes. It's not super often.
Pretty nice. Like, everybody's been nice.
What is kind of fun is, like, so I'm not, like, majorly famous, but I'm, like, just famous enough that there's a random small amount of people spread out sort of everywhere. So I've had random times in places where I was like, I was not expecting someone to recognize me here. And that's always fun. There are some people where I live in Greenville because
There's a lot of churches here.
like the college that Savvy went to, just a lot of people kind of know my music there.
Bob Jones University.
Yeah, kind of ends up it kind of merges local.
Yeah.
Like people I actually personally know with people who are like fans. Whatever.
Funny story about that. It was actually so I've been doing like the local news for the place I work at. I work at the shelter here. So every like Friday, I go to the news station and I show the people a puppy and we talk about it for like 2 minutes and that's it. But it's kind of fun. And Matt was teasing me. He was like, "Savvy, you're gonna be famous like me." And then the very next day, someone was like, "Are you Matthew Parker?" It was really funny because it just happened.
Low key at Chipotle today, there was these two guys who I think went to Bob Jones, and I think they were looking at me. I was like,
Wait. We got some comments to catch up on. Would you ever consider doing a We Go the remix? Because that song was so fire. That song was fire. It would be kind of fun to remix.
That would be interesting. That's such an old one for me, though. It'd be interesting, though.
Oh, this is funny. I've had "Cool" with Landon Austin stuck in my head all day.
Nice.
I haven't heard people talk about "Cool" in forever.
I just realized, like a week or two ago, that I have a song "Cool" and a song "Cold."
Cool.
And then, I have a really old song called "Fire Burning in My Heart." It's not a great, but it's an old one. Anyway, it exists. So I have cool, cold, and fire
burning in my heart. And Phoenix.
Phoenix, I guess, yeah.
Phoenix. Christian Cuber. Is that like a Christian who plays Minecraft? If that's what it is, I'm gonna be so happy.
Great name.
I love the vibe of Existential. It's so catchy. Existential has some of the best writing you've ever done, in my opinion. I think the lyrics in that song are so good.
Like, pack your thoughts in boxes.
Yeah. What's the line before that?
Shift the paradigm. I can't remember them.
I don't know. It's really good.
Paradigm. Accept the paradoxes. Freeze your beliefs in time. And pack your thoughts in boxes.
Oh, yeah. It's good. It's very good. Existential at midnight in a dark room hits different. Yes, I bet it does.
Nice. We should catch up on these Instagram comments as well. There's
Abigail says, "I named my virtual pet brontosaur Parker after you and your song If I Were a Dinosaur."
Oh, nice.
I always forget that you really did put out If I Were a Dinosaur.
I really like that one. It's fun.
It's definitely a vibe.
Gladden says, "There's a pirate ship out there blasting sailboat as we speak."
Can you imagine?
I don't know about that. Here's a good question. Emmanuel says, "How tall are you?" I'm 6'1". 6'1".
He tall.
People who have only seen me on the internet and then meet me in real life sometimes have been like, "Oh wow, you're taller than I thought."
Yeah. Here, we should stand up so they can see.
Nitrox says, "You're pretty famous." You're pretty famous. See, it's all relative though, dude. It's
I'm
all
5'6".
relative. Like compared to like Justin Bieber. Wow, you're taller than me.
I'm
Savvy.
taller than that.
Savvy's taller than me. Okay.
Tall boy.
I don't know why we're doing this, but
just for fun. See? Tall.
Yeah, tall. Kind of.
Because now I don't know if you've seen this, but there's a guy on Instagram that fact checks people's height, and it's hilarious.
Oh yeah, the Asian guy.
He has proof.
But I was saying, compared to Justin Bieber, compared to like other people, I'm like not famous at all. But it doesn't really matter.
You are kind of a fun level of famous where it's fun every once in a while and not the worst.
Yeah, I can go outside. Jake says, "We doing watermelon Red Bull to celebrate melancholy." Oh, that's a good idea. Well, watermelon flavored Red Bull. I should have, but I don't have it. Man, maybe I'll get some tomorrow. I'll get some of that tomorrow. Ian says, I wouldn't stop you in public, but I would follow you everywhere you go. Mwahaha.
Mwahaha.
Ooh.
That would be funnier.
Paparazzi. I think a lot of people would recognize your songs from things. Some would.
They might. Like Dude Perfect and stuff?
I mean, definitely throughout the world, there are many, many people who would.
A lot of people are saying Roses is a good
in
song.
a given place. Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter that much. It's just funny to talk about the exact level of my fame.
It's a little weird to talk about that, actually.
It's funny.
This is funny. A bunch of people are saying they like Roses. Have you guys seen the Roses music video? Because if you haven't, it's a cool one because
No, that one doesn't have a music video.
Which is the one that has? I thought it was
Dream World?
Roses, though. We did with
No, that's Bloodstream.
Oh.
Roses doesn't have a music video.
I lied. It doesn't have a music video. It's lame.
Roses has a pretty cool lyric video, though.
Did you release Sailboat during COVID? Someone wanted to know. I think so.
Probably,
like 2021? 20?
Yeah, 2020 or 2021. Probably 2021. Jessa says, definitely have heard MP and Michaels a couple times. Yeah, Michaels plays my music, the craft store.
One time, I went to Michaels, and they were playing his song, and I was at the register, and...
It was my song with Chris Howland, the... what's it called?
I don't know. Not Dream World, the other one.
Yeah.
Remember this.
I'll remember this.
I'll remember this. So it's playing, and I'm shocked. So I look up at the register guy, and I'm like, my husband made this song. And he goes, okay.
Bro, almost the same exact
so
thing happened somewhere else. I was at a gas station in, like, Michigan when we were, like, camping with my family, and an Asher Postman song was on at the gas station, and I told the cashier, like, I know the person who made the song, and he did not care.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
I think he thought I was crazy.
I think it just surprises people.
Yeah.
It takes them off guard too much to appreciate it.
Theodore Santos says, I want to ask you, by the way, do you plan to make your hair blue again, or maybe another color? I want purple. He said no, because he loves to say no.
I'm just going to be fully honest with you guys. I feel like you will be interested in this, even though it's a weird thing to say. I'm afraid to make my hair purple because I'm afraid many people will think I'm gay from that.
Which is fair.
So I don't think I want to make my hair purple. People,
Gladden said, nah,
you guys will think this is funny. You guys will think this is funny. A few times when I had my hair blue on, like, Instagram comments, people were, like, seriously thinking I was, like, extreme left-leaning person just because my hair was
crazy.
blue. And I was like, bro, it's just my hair color. That's all it is. It's a color of my hair. Anyway, it was just funny.
It was also funny because someone in our neighborhood thought that, and it was really weird that he was like, I see you guys walking around, and I thought you guys were like this liberal little couple or something. It was really funny. Because
I'm just like, it's just my
hair.
hair.
Are very Southern, so he had some opinions.
Not that it matters. Like, it doesn't matter if some random people think something wrong about you, whatever. It just, whatever.
It's just annoying.
But as far as the blue hair goes, sorry, that I just thought you guys would think that was interesting, so I thought I would tell you about it. As far as the blue hair goes, I kind of just wanted to have, like, one solid era of my blue hair and then just be done with it.
No.
But
no.
I still have one thing of the blue hair dye, so.
Go back. Am I right,
we
guys?
could bring it back at some point,
blue
maybe.
Hair.
Yeah.
I like it. This person's right. You were much easier to find in crowds. Anson says you are the GOAT.
One reason I did want to do it was, like, when you're in the showbiz.
Whoa, that was loud.
In the showbiz.
In the showbiz.
It's kind of a good idea to do stuff that, like, makes you stand out a bit and just makes you recognizable, whatever. And that was kind of one reason I wanted to do the blue hair. It's just fun and something a little crazy. But Yeah, it's also a little less.
Saying, bring it back, everyone.
Should dye your hair orange? No, orange is one of my least favorite colors.
Maybe pink. You would actually look good with pink hair.
See, but that's the same problem that I mentioned before.
Worse. Yeah, it's worse.
I think it would be cool, kind of. Maybe not pink. I would go for purple over pink.
Someone said you should do green and then green screen it.
I wouldn't do green either. Green would be so bad.
It would be hard to make the green look
better
as classy.
Than, like yellow and orange, not good in my opinion. If you have those colors, don't be offended, but not for me.
It's funny. At my work, most of the people there have different colored hair, so it's really funny to go back to the normal world where most people don't. Grace said, "What about green with orange and purple spots?" You guys are getting cotton candy.
That's
candy.
Fun. Cotton candy is fun.
Cotton candy.
See, but like 2 colors of hair has to be done really well for it to look good. Otherwise, you're like a whole nother level of like
and
almost
you know what,
like trashy.
Yeah, and it just looks like a
Again, don't be offended if I hope I haven't offended anybody. There's potential for it to be looking trashy.
I think the hard thing about colored hair in general is that you have to do it every single day or it doesn't look as good.
Well, not every day.
Like if you're going anywhere.
Oh, like do it up?
Well, I don't mean just you.
You don't have to re-dye it every day.
No, that's not. I'm not saying dye it. I'm saying you have to like make your hair look nice.
Yeah.
I think you're way behind on the comments over there.
Yeah.
Curious Pearl said you could do an ombre, which would be cool. Why do people dye their hair? I think just for fun. Someone said they really liked your white hair you had.
My white hair. Yeah. I mean, that's low-key.
That's what this is. It's just grown out.
Lighter before. Okay.
The hard thing about white hair is that you have to bleach it more times, which is bad for your hair.
Yeah. Emmanuel says, will there be another collaboration with Jacob Stanifer? I would collab with Jacob again for sure at some point.
Jacob's like one of his besties.
Yeah, Jacob's a good bro. Very cool.
You're getting a lot of hair advice. So far I've seen afro, bald, buzz cut, frosted tips, white, all sort like you're gonna have to get wigs to appease the people. Who's Jesua?
Skyward says
collab with Jesua?
Yeah, I know who Jesua is.
Yeah.
I've talked with him about collabing before, but it didn't end up working out at the time. It could work out at some point in the future. It's possible. Skyward says, can you do another song like New Light? Very possibly. I mean, like, if you're talking about, like, the vibes of, like, the drop, I would love to. Like, kind of color bassy, kind of, like, that kind of mixed, like, Owl City and color bass kind of vibes almost.
Some people are asking if you'll collab with Simi, which he actually has already done.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't listened to it,
on Young Pop Renegades.
Chaotic Neutral. It's dope.
Yeah.
So yeah, he would do that because he has done it.
Gladden says, nah, you're for sure 6'2". Nah. No, I'm not.
Matt is very...
Ian says, haha, I'm taller than you, MP.
Oh,
fair.
Yeah.
That is okay. The real question is, would you beat me in an arm wrestle? Maybe. I don't know. If we meet in public, Ian. Except I don't like arm wrestling, so forget that. We'll do something more fun than that.
He arm wrestled me on one of our first dates, and I lost, and I was really sad.
Get wrecked.
Which is hilarious, because I don't know why I thought I would win.
Ooh, Ray Force says, got 10 out of 10 on a guess the song quiz website of your songs.
Hey,
that sounds
that's
fun.
So cool.
Of course, I would ace it.
Send us a link to that, because we would like to see it. I would like to take the test and not get 10 out of 10. Bye, Caitlin. Later. People are saying Chaotic Neutral is really good.
Chaotic Neutral is so fun. It's such a weird idea for a song.
Yeah. Stevie was really fun to get to meet.
Gladden says the purple hair comment just had me and Rachie Glad LOLing. Yeah, I mean, I thought you guys would want to hear that, even though it's a weird thing to say. It's just, that's what I'm like. I really think that would happen, though. People would think that.
Yeah, maybe.
Not everyone, but a lot of people would. Ian says, Savvy, what color would you dye your hair?
I don't know if I would dye my hair.
Blue.
But if I was going to, it would be blue.
She's already said before.
It would be blue.
It would be fun to dye my hair blue.
But I don't know if you guys know much about dyeing your hair, but you have to bleach it. And
you basically have to take out your natural color and then
add something on.
The fake color in.
But he's naturally like sort of blonde, like a dark blonde. So it's much easier to bleach than my color, which is much darker. So I'd have to bleach it more times, and then brown hair.
It could be done though.
Tends to turn orange.
Yeah, like a bronzy orange, which is a
put
bad color.
Blue on that, then you just have bad
like
green.
Yeah, you have like a nasty green.
So
nasty, like yellow green.
Yeah. So if I was gonna do a different color, I would probably just buy like a wig.
You could do it though. Like you could probably bleach it and not.
It's just not worth it. It would be way better to just buy a wig, because that's what all the famous people do anyway. Like they have a new hairstyle every day. They aren't real. It ain't real hair. Matt, what are your thoughts on cats?
Cats are alright.
Good, because their name is Space Cat. So.
Yeah, I like cats. Okay. I like how soft they are, and I like how they seem clean to me. Ian says, also, can we stop this hair chat? I'm in a post-hair season of my life, and I'm jealous.
You can get wigs, too.
Sorry, Ian.
Ian, you and me could both be wearing wigs and be rocking them. Ethan says you should do some yacht rock EDM.
Rock. I have not heard of yacht rock.
Theodore said, ooh, baby blue would fit you.
Yeah, light blue. Yeah,
I do miss.
Nice.
We had this picture of blue hair, and it was so blue hair, blue eyes, brown hair, brown eyes, and it looked really cool. And that was like our hair and eye colors were switched, which was very cool.
That was fun,
and I miss it. Christian Forever says, I love cats. Theodore Center says, a song about cats? This is spiraling, guys. I would love a song about cats from Matthew. You're going to have to do it.
A song about cats.
There was a cat that used to live on our porch.
Oh, gosh.
And he was the best. Wasn't he the best cat?
Yeah. What was his name? I can't remember now. Sabby's judging me. Can't remember his name. What was it?
Moving on. I started life with orange hair, so who knows?
Real Andrew says, you're like 10 years behind on comments, LOL, on Instagram.
Oh, sorry.
Savvy's
I'm running
Savvy's,
YouTube, so I will get your questions
Yeah, but
answered.
I keep trying to like do an Instagram comment. You're already doing one of those, which is fine.
It's because you talk really slow.
It's great. It's working out. Nitro X is saying, is your hair bleached right now? Yes, it is. You can kind of see the dark stuff under.
Yeah, and on the back you can see it. Yeah. But it's funny because when it's grown out, it looks kind of blonde. But when you have the white next to it, it looks more brown. Like context makes a big difference. Are you going to do more acoustic stuff? Are you? We kind of talked about this earlier, but he's kind of trying to not do such wide genres because it's bad for the algorithms, because then they don't know who to send your music to.
I wouldn't even say algorithms. I would say like I want to have a tightly branded sound to a degree at least. So probably not too much acoustic, but like on this EP, I use piano a decent bit here and there.
When will you play Minecraft again?
When will I play Minecraft again?
Tomorrow.
Man, I don't know. I was really into it for a little while. I was like addicted to it for a little while. Like a year, maybe.
Yeah.
And then
Ian
not
said,
as much.
Yeah, girl, we can be wig buddies. Yeah. He said he rocked one recently. That is awesome. I'm a huge fan of that.
Felt weird to have hair again.
That's cool.
I can imagine that would feel so weird. Yeah.
You
Nice.
can imagine how weird it would feel to have hair.
If you didn't have hair and then you had hair again, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Anson Timothy says, which song are you most proud of? I'm proud of a lot of my songs, really. Of my recent, like some of my recent songs, I'm super proud of. AWOL.
Ghost.
Sorry, my phone is on a low battery on
What's it
Instagram,
called?
and it
Not Ghost.
paused for a second.
What's the new one?
Ghost Story?
Yeah, Ghost Story. That's
Sorry,
another thing.
plugging
You have a
this in.
song called Ghost and a song called Ghost.
Yeah. It didn't bother me none. I was like, Sam, I'm stealing your song title because this needs to be called Ghost Story. And he was like, that's okay. As he should be, you know. Song titles are a bit, they belong to everyone. Because there's so few options to a degree.
Silas wants to know if you can play the song again. I don't know if we can.
We could.
How?
So
just on your channel?
Yeah. Go to
yeah,
videos.
We could watch it again. This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Click that. No, you just click that.
I do.
More? Yeah.
Sorry.
Breakfast.
Okay. Yeah. I guess we're gonna listen to Lonely City again.
Again.
Here, you can get the YouTube one.
YouTube, come with me.
Just say the word and I'll throw those around the playground.
Raindrops got me drenched in melancholy. The sounds of the city don't sing tonight. Rooftops ripple, blood on my peripheral. I wonder if you drink with me tonight. There is a piece of my mind, always spinning with visions of you. There is a piece of the sky, painting my heart in a sad shade of blue. I'm away, dissolving the rain on 21st Avenue. I hate the sound of music and crowds when no one in the crowd is you. I walk alone, wondering if you miss me. I would walk alone in my lonely city. If you were here in the rainfall with me, I wouldn't be lonely in my lonely city. Wouldn't be lonely in my Spill my coffee, miniature tsunami, a wave of bitterness on the pavement. So ironic, I'm barely hanging on. Could you spare me a speck of disenchantment? There is a piece of my mind, always spinning with visions of you. There is a piece of the sky, painting my heart in a sad shade of blue. I'm away, dissolving the rain on 21st Avenue. I hate the sound of music and crowds when no one in the crowd is you. I walk alone, wondering if you miss me. I would walk alone in my lonely city. If you were here in the rainfall with me, I wouldn't be lonely in my lonely city. Wouldn't be lonely in my lonely city.
And that's it.
That's it for that.
Show.
Sorry, that was an ad that we were yelling about. The ad was beginning. Look, you can see that we're live right there.
A funny thing about Erwin, since everybody's talking about Erwin was at our wedding. No
Yeah, we
joke.
have a great picture of him sitting on the piano.
He sat on the piano, and he had a little bow tie. So, Erwin's pretty cool. Pretty cool guy.
We should try to catch up on
If
comments
you ask
and
me.
then think about being closer to being done.
My face is warm from all
Yeah,
the
mine is
laughing.
too. It's kind of warm here, yeah. Oh, we have questions in the question section.
Questions in the question
No
section.
pressure. Did you ever have the chance to listen to my remix of Ghost Story? I actually can't remember. I feel like I remember seeing someone had a remix, but could you actually send that to me? And because if I didn't, I would like to listen to it. That sounds fun.
We like remixes.
I probably didn't because I feel like I don't remember hearing a remix of that. Another question, dost thou have chromesthesia? I'm assuming that's you see colors with sound. I do, and it's one of the reasons I love your music. Makes it way cooler. I don't think I do.
Ooh,
You
gotta show people this.
Yeah, I don't think I do, but that's very cool. That's fun.
I don't know if it's chromesthesia or synesthesia, but this is what one of the she's an artist on, I think, TikTok.
Yeah.
She will like listen to songs and paint what she sees with her synesthesia, chromesthesia thing. And this is what she saw for a Martian party. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Of course there's blue. Here's a good question. How much of your income is from your music?
None of it. No, I'm just kidding.
Most of it. Yeah, most of it. If you're talking about like straight from streaming and stuff, when you're a music artist, your money comes from like a bunch of different small streams, kind of.
Yeah.
You have like, you get money from the writing side of making music. You get money from Spotify and all that stuff. You get money from merch. Like it's all these like very small, or not necessarily small, but like some of them are very small and they all add up to a lot more. But they're like smaller.
What are your
streams.
thoughts on a song for Erwin? If you don't know, you should check out Erwin's Christmas collection. It's not really a song for Erwin, but it's a song
Yeah.
related.
Wyatt says, does your music have Christian undertones? Absolutely. Yeah. I've been like a Christian artist since I started, pretty much. So, yeah. Anson Timothy says, who are some of your musical inspirations?
Let's think.
Savvy with this again.
I
Definitely Owl City
Joe.
is a big one. Electronic music in general, which I guess is not an artist, but like Zed is very, very like general EDM. So Zed. Pop wise, I really like the vibes of like Maroon 5. Yeah. Those are a few. How
have to do
remixable
that.
is the new EP? Imagine a remix contest on one of them. Just saying.
Just saying.
Nice.
I think it would have to be like Lucky or Lonely City, right?
I don't know for sure if I would do a remix contest for those, just because I don't know if it would make sense for like my plans with what's going on with music and stuff. But
if you were to do one.
if I were to do one, it would probably be for Lucky. Maybe Lucky, yeah.
Wow, that song's pretty lucky to be chosen.
Yeah. To everybody who's just joining, I have an EP coming out tonight. It's actually on YouTube. It's coming an hour early on YouTube, so it will be out in 30 minutes on YouTube.
Hey, you should listen to it.
But then midnight on Spotify, which is in like an hour and a half.
It's
So, yeah.
Riley Prentice.
Okay, we've
What
had
up?
like the 5th or more persons say we need an Owl City and me collab.
I think they should just make a petition,
Facts.
send it to
fam.
Adam,
Mm,
but don't annoy him because Matt will be embarrassed.
I don't want to. It's not good. It's not the way you do stuff to try to force someone to do something like that or pressure them.
Does anybody know Matthew's middle name?
I know it.
I think I know it.
I don't feel the need to say it on stream. Chris says, "Are folks releasing on Tuesdays now? When did that happen?"
He's just different.
Oh, is that Chris
Professional?
Howland? What's up, bro? So some people purposely just release not on Fridays. That's a bit of a thing, but it's not like everyone. Partly just because everyone's releasing on Fridays, and that's sort of a thing. But part of the reason is just that I'm busy this Friday and I didn't want to have a release going on. And second reason is I wanted to try releasing not on a Friday because I've heard it can be really good. Anyway, I think no one really cares that it's not on Friday for the most part. So, yeah. Gregatron said, it's Serum, that's your middle name.
Someone
Yes,
said
bro.
his middle name is Greg. And
Greg.
somebody asked if we will ever get a pet. I don't think so. I don't think we'll get one.
But yeah, Gregatron, I've been in the past few months I've used Serum so much, like it's just hopped on and done Serum sound design so much. So this is your first non-Friday drops. Let me know how it goes. Will do, man. Will do. If I can remember, I will try to remember. Are your vocals at the start of Lonely City a callback to Exhale? No, actually.
Yeah, Matt.
I didn't know they were
Did you
similar.
accidentally
I didn't
Call
realize.
back a different song. Whoa, Felix, don't go crazy, man.
Anson says, we gonna stream the heck out of it. Yes, let's do it. What do you consider a Capital Kings collab now that they're technically back? I don't know. So I'm not like trying to, I feel like with the type of music I'm trying to make, it just doesn't work very well in. This is gonna sound. You're not gonna like the. Some of you are not gonna like the sound of this, but it's just the sound. It sort of doesn't work very well sitting next to like most of the music that's in Christian music like industry, because it just sounds different and it doesn't like. It's not like trying to hit the quota of like Christianese things like most Christian radio is. Anyway, like I still make Christian music, but it's different than Christian music.
There is a set thing that people are looking for with Christian music. It needs to be the specific vibe. It has to be very like emotional. And if you're not writing that, then they don't really want it. So it's kind of difficult.
If I kind of keep it simple, it's kind of like a lot of Christians want Christian music to be like almost like educational, like it has to be educational or like teaching a lesson. And I'm like, that's not what music is all supposed to be. Like some can be that's fine, but like it's supposed to be art too, like, and I want to make the art.
Yeah. I always laugh when people say stuff like that because if you look at like the Psalms,
Yeah, they're
about
like
all
art.
sorts of things.
They're about emotions,
Yeah.
you know? There's Song of Solomon, which is like
Big love letter.
inappropriate song practically.
And if you write a love song, a lot of the Christian music people would say that's not Christian music because
And I just think
a love song.
I just think like that philosophy, the philosophy of a lot of people about Christian music is just wrong. Like it's just like kind of silly sometimes.
Yeah, but it's very entrenched, so you can't just be like, I'll change their minds.
Yeah, like
'Cause it
I've
doesn't
kind of
really
given
work
up
that
on
way.
that. Like I used to be like, I'll make the cool Christian music, the Christian music that's actually good. Not like there is no good Christian music, but like that's actually like more artistic or whatever, more what I like in music, whatever. And I've sort of given up on that because it's trying, to me, it's kind of like trying to force two things that are not completely cohesive in the sense of there's purposes to making music. Is your purpose to like teach or have like edification in song? And sometimes that can be cohesive with like a really beautiful song and whatever. But sometimes if you're trying to make music that's just like trying to be the most excellent art it can be and feeling, it's like an ad.
Yeah.
If the like people don't want to listen to ads all the time, you know what I'm saying? Like like you don't want to listen to an ad to music that's all about selling cars or something. I don't know. And I'm not at all saying like Christian music is bad.
Yeah, I think someone here makes a good point. There's a big difference between something being a worship song and
Yes.
it just generally being Christian music. They
like,
have a different function.
Exactly. And a lot of Christians have I would say become superstitious / what's the word? Basically legalistic about music. They think that all music needs to be worship music.
And if
it's
it's
like,
not, then
yes,
it's not as good.
Yeah.
And you
Which is,
could have been listening to something better because you could have been listening to something worshipful is kind of the mentality.
Yeah, and that's to me that's silly.
Yeah.
Like yes, like your whole life is worship, but not everything is supposed to be said explicitly in the sense of like a lot of music is and art is supposed to be that way where if you just come right out and say things, that's not artistic, that's not poetry. Like you're supposed to like when you're writing lyrics, that's a big thing about like Christian music is they kind of like, and the audience wants this, which is crazy, is they want you to like say explicitly these things, like the exact phrases from the Bible, which is fine sometimes, but like for that to be like a quota requirement, like you can't have artistic license, you can't like imply stuff or say stuff unclearly or whatever.
And this doesn't, I would say the thing that maybe is the hardest for me to come to grasp with is that it doesn't apply to other professions. So like if you know a guy who mows lawns, people aren't like, you need to mow Bible verses into the lawns. You need to put a sign with a Bible verse in every lawn you do. They're like, do it good and you're glorifying God. But for music, that doesn't seem to be as much the philosophy.
Yeah, but maybe a more applicable like analogy would be something that is still an art form, like painting or something. Yeah. It's like you don't have to only paint, you know, like Christian paintings, like paintings of Jesus on the cross or something. Like I think that like is cheapens like the scope of God's creativity and whatever. Anyway, I didn't mean to get this deep into this.
This is a big tangent.
And this is a topic that can be a bit like almost political, which I don't like to get into that kind of thing. But like, yeah, I got started on it. But yeah, so like I still say like I say that like I'm a Christian artist because I am a Christian, but I don't make songs that sound as Christian as most Christian artists, and I think that's fine. I think that's a good thing. Like I'm making music that I think like shares my heart and shares like good things, good concepts from the Bible, like has a good worldview.
Yeah. And there are some people who are against sad songs. They think it's bad to write sad songs. And again, I would say look at the Psalms. There are a lot of sad Psalms, and I don't think God ever tells you like not to say you're sad.
Yeah. So anyway, probably don't want to keep talking about that.
Someone said you used to do Christian dubstep. Do you remember?
Nope, I've forgotten. I've intentionally forgotten.
He doesn't remember.
No, I'm just kidding. No. Okay, I have definitely gotten behind on comments. I don't know if I'm going to try to read every single one.
Oh, reading.
But Matthew, do you want to expand on this subject in an interview at some point? I'd be down. I'm wildly passionate about this.
You should
actually
do that.
I maybe would. I would just have to make sure I don't say something that's going to get me so canceled.
Yep.
Or maybe like, because so basically I've decided there's almost not a great place for me to grow as an artist in the Christian industry. And a lot of Christians think like you need to do Christian music, whatever. And
In
so
the Christian
like
industry.
I hesitate to like even meant to talk about it, because then they're like, oh, you're not gonna make Christian music. I'm doing the same thing. Like, don't worry, I'm doing the same thing. It's just, but like, what was I gonna say?
I
I've
have
lost my
no
train of
idea.
thought.
You were ranting.
Oh, so I'm not trying to make music that's like, oh, gonna work on Christian radio perfectly, whatever, you know. So my popularity in the Christian music industry has sort of gone down, and I've had to like try to build a new audience in a way that's kind of just Matthew Parker audience or whatever. Not just I'm one of those, one of the people on the Christian industry page almost. Where was I going with this? I'm so sorry.
The interview.
Yeah.
With Ian. You don't want to get canceled.
Oh yeah, so I was gonna say, so it's not as big of a deal if I get canceled on the Christian side of things as much, but still would not be great. They say like, and I totally agree with this, if you're in the arts, you don't want to get political because you instantly, and political is not just like this is kind of political, not like
this whole conversation
politics
is a little
specifically,
political.
not like government politics, but it's like you can get canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris says, I think there's a pivot happening where audiences are more receptive to music that feels less heavy-handedly corporate Christian. And I do agree.
Yeah, which
like
is
Christian
really nice.
music, I think, is going the right direction. At least some of it is, but it's super slow and it always has been.
I think a lot of things, they kind of lag behind in Christian circles, which is probably a good thing because it gives you a chance to see where things go and then decide. You don't always want to just swing with whatever is popular. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but Christian changes in music are much slower.
Ian, would this be an interview in text or like not text? Because that would make a huge difference too, because I can give way better answers if it's in text for sure. Not that it needs to be.
Yep. Someone wants to know what our dog's name is. It's Felix. And they said their dog's name is Felix. It's a good name.
Oh, really? That's great.
Yeah. And his middle name is Felices because in Harry Potter that's Liquid Luck, and he's a rescue dog. So he's lucky boy.
Yeah, Katuki says, I think you're likely to make a bigger difference by just doing what you're doing already with or without being in the official Christian industry. Yeah.
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 I think there's a lot of value in doing your best at whatever you're doing. And I think that's a good thing, regardless of whether people
Skyward said, don't worry, Matthew, we're young. We won't cancel you.
That is really nice, guys. Thank you.
Ian said, I was also thinking text, so we don't go off on a dangerous tangent and answers can be thought about. Yes.
Oh,
that's what I was talking about. I wanted my answers to be able to be thought about. Because there's so much. Honestly, this is one of the best things to interview me about because I have so many thoughts about it from years of thinking about it.
Dude, this is so great. Sons of Jacob said, I call my dog a legend because his name is Max. Tell Sam. We have to tell Sam.
Yes.
We will tell Sam. We'll let him know. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That is very cool.
It could even just be one question amongst an interview about melancholy.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. It is a whole subject, though. That could be a whole article, for sure. Johnny and Friends says, random question. Do you have a favorite instrument? Yeah, I think I do. It would have to be the synthesizer.
Oh my gosh.
Easy.
Oh my gosh.
Easy.
The correct answer is guitar, and it always will be.
Guitar's great, but not as good as synthesizer. You can do anything with synthesizer. Oh, the synth. Epic Piano Score says the synth. Called it. Yes, dude. I just love electronic sounds. They're so awesome. Skyward says Serum 2. Yes. Oh yeah, yeah. Serum 2 is my favorite synth too, for sure. It's so good. It's so good. I have used it. Sorry, I can't talk about it too much because some people are like, "What's Serum 2?" It's an awesome synth.
Do you have?
It's like one of the most powerful synths.
Do you have your serum skin on here?
Yeah, my old one. I have a skin for Serum
You
1,
should
but
show them. But then we probably should go.
okay.
All right.
We'll show you something real quick. Serum. Where's
not on
Serum
Serum
1? Yeah, no.
Wow.
I might have to make one for Serum
Here,
2.
I show YouTube. YouTube, come here.
Okay,
Come here, YouTube.
come see my Serum skin.
Matt made this, guys. Isn't it cool? So it's a skin. It says EMP.
Well, let's see. Oh, sorry. Let's show them the default first.
Oh, yeah.
Skin default.
Because you need to appreciate it. This is what
This
it.
is the regular
Yep.
for
Yep,
Serum.
yep.
This is just a software synthesizer, if y'all are wondering. This is the default skin. This is the Parker skin.
Look at Late Irwin.
Yeah, and it says music is magic.
Magic is evil.
And then I also made
This is the one he made for
The
Sam
Bowman.
Bowman. Has he got a little ghost?
Sam Bowman.
Little ghosty ghost?
It says beluga whales are not real.
Beluga whales are not real. And then when you play these, there's
yeah,
little
yeah, yeah.
ghosts.
There's play another one. Hold it down. Little ghosts on the notes.
And then up here, it's like a little rose thing.
Or not rose. These are like shock, like electricity waves for the meter. That I really like that part.
You should show him Neon Feathers too.
I made one for Nest Acoustics.
Yeah.
I think he hasn't used it yet though.
It's just blue still. But yeah, that
Yeah,
one's cool
Neon
too.
Feather is also Nest Acoustics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Neon Feather is his artist name. Oh, Chris says, I didn't realize Neon Feather is a Serum wizard under his Nest Audio alias. He's in another dimension of Seruming. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
He is. I've learned a lot of cool stuff from him. But I've been diving into Serum myself so much, and it's awesome.
They said
this is the old Serum too. There's also Serum 2.
which is even better and cooler, and
I hope
Matt's
I'm not
been freaking out about it.
nerding too much for some of you non-nerds.
Someone said, you are so techie.
This is Serum 2. It looks a lot the same, but it's like wider because there's a few more features. There's like 3 oscillators instead of 2. Anyway, definitely going over nerdy for some of the people.
The face of the nerd.
Yeah. Synths are so fun though. They're so cool. It's fun to make your own sounds. Too.
Someone was wondering if you make all your own album artwork, which I think for the most part you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. He do be making stuff like that.
Let's see. Here we go.
Matt's artsy in like every possible way. It's kind of crazy. Like we went and did a pottery class once. He's never done pottery. And everybody else is making their janky, terrible looking little pots. And Matt's over there, and the teacher has taken note, right? He's like, an artist. And he's like teaching Matt how to like bring it in so it has this like beautiful shape. And
I got to do an
else
advanced
looks
thing
awful.
because I was nailing the basics.
It was really, really fun.
Mine was better too. It was
It's
good.
always better. Always.
Silly
the most
Serious Pro
artsy.
says, please don't get mad at me for asking, but do you get inspiration from Porter Robinson?
Heck
I wouldn't get
yeah.
mad at you for asking that. Yes, some. The funny thing is, my music is almost at this point more similar, maybe, to Porter Robinson than Owl City, but I barely listened to Porter Robinson, which is stupid. I really should listen to his music, but I've like barely listened to any of it. I've heard like bits of some of it. And I feel like I have a decent grasp of the vibe of a lot of it without having actually listened to that much of it. Like he does a bunch of the chopped vocals that are like high pitched sort of and stuff. But yeah.
Someone said, thoughts on Forrest Frank. Y'all should totally collab. I don't think I've ever heard of Forrest Frank.
Really? He's like really big in Christian music now.
That's why.
His vibe is not like the same vibe that I'm like trying to go for artist-wise, so I feel like it wouldn't be the best fit.
You're so honest, man.
Yeah.
I should grab the pottery and show people what I'm talking about.
Do you know where it is?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Sons of Jacob says, Forrest Frank is my number one. Sorry, Matt. No, I think he has music. I don't listen to it that much, but I honestly don't really listen to much music, actually, at all. And Chris says your voice is better than his, so you've got an edge on Porter. Haha. I don't know. Porter, I have a more unique voice than Porter Robinson, but he has a really nice, chill voice, which is good, which is cool. But yeah, I at least have a more unique voice, I guess, so that's cool.
So this is the pottery. And see how this one is like not the same
Bowed
width
out.
on either side? And they only taught us how to pull it outwards, not in. So it's just like that, a cup.
Was that one mine or yours?
That one's mine. And then this beautiful one is Matt's. It's like perfectly
It goes
even.
in.
It has like a little in. It's got very thin walls, so it's more delicate in general. Versus, you can kind of see this one is real chunky. It's really funny. But yeah, he's just naturally artsy. Everything he does, art.
I don't know about that.
Bro, born to art.
I don't know about that. Pottery reveal, yes.
Pottery reveal.
Oh, they said, oh, I love the blue one. Of course I had to
see?
do it
The
blue.
blue
You know
one,
what
yeah.
I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about. And some of the rest of ours, that isn't even the worst one. Some of them were like totally wobbly, like one side way higher than the other. It was really funny. It looks like a massive egg cup.
Oh, this is nice for you to say, Chris. You said maybe you just mixed your vocals in a more pleasing way. I don't know. Porter just feels drowned in effects sometimes. You sound very natural though. It's pleasant to the ear.
Aw,
Yeah, Porter.
That's nice.
When he started doing vocals, he started as a producer and then started doing vocals later. And sometimes producers do that. They'll just drown their voices in effects and stuff to kind of, because they can't do like the real singing yet, which is fine. But I've been doing the singing thing for a long time.
It's Lizzie Star wants to know, are you a fan of Star Wars?
Yes, I love Star
You should
Wars.
tell her may the Fourth
I
be with you.
think I like Lord of the Rings better though.
Whoa, controversial.
And yeah,
I don't know if
Emmanuel
that actually
says.
is controversial.
Emmanuel says, have you ever tried Argentine mate drink? I have had mate. I think it's good.
I literally thought that said Argentine mate drink. I was like,
Well, it's supposed to be spelled with 2 T's, but that's fine.
mate.
Yeah, mate.
I've never heard of it before. What is it?
I've told you about it before. Someone at our church
I
was
was
drinking
clearly
some.
not listening.
It's like you have like a cup of it and it's like a bunch of green stuff, and then you have a straw that has like a strainer in it, and you just drink through the straw.
But it's not like matcha?
Well, I don't really know what matcha's like. But
All I know
maybe
is
it's similar.
matcha tastes like grass.
Mate's kind of bitter, but I like to put sugar in it and stuff. I haven't had it in years. We had some missionary friends who introduced it to us.
Forever Royalty says, Felix, you've been summoned. Come here, buddy. Come here.
Silly Serious Pro says, okay, one more question. What is the difference between a remix and dubstep? That is a good question. So, dubstep is just one genre, and a remix is just a new version of a song that can be any style that you want.
This is for forever royalty. Just for her. Wave.
Chris says, I think he's insecure about his range, but yeah, you sound more comfortable. I
Matt
don't
is
like
also
my
insecure about
I'm
his
not
range.
insecure about it. I just don't like my range because I would love to be able to belt high notes because I would be able to do much more like energetic stuff. I have such a hard time doing energetic vocals because, and you guys might not think I do because I manage to pull off the best I can of energetic vocals, but like it could be so much cooler.
This is a fun question. Sons
If
of
I could sing
Jacob said,
higher.
are you the guy at church that people say, oh, he is the guy who makes cool music? Or are you the guy that everyone is like, it's Matthew Parker? Which is funny.
What's funny is now when I go back to my parents' church, well, it was like my church growing up. There's some like little kids who I don't know very well, and they call me Matthew Parker, like full name, like first name, last name, because they
Yes.
know my music.
And his little sister did it one time, and he was like, stop it.
Yeah, okay. I was like, no, you're my little sister. You can't do
You
that.
can't call me Matthew Parker.
It's pretty funny.
It was really, really funny.
Okay, guys, 3 minutes till the song is actually, or the EP is actually on YouTube. It's premiering.
So they should go watch it. We should go to bed.
Yeah, we should probably
We're
let
tired,
you go.
guys.
Then I could also comment in the live chat on the EP.
Yeah, he'll be
Premiere.
tippy tapping.
Yeah, I could be tippity tapping.
Oh, they've asked this twice. What are your thoughts on your song "Cool" with Landon Austin? Them and their friend love that song.
I like it.
I love that song.
I made it and I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really happy with how that one turned out. It was
There was
fun.
a line in there. Well, people say we lose our heads when we're together. I love
Yeah.
that line. Because that's what my mom said about us all the time when we were dating. Because we would do stupid stuff. Like one time, we would get so caught up talking on the same date. We were walking down the street. I lost my wallet. So we're like, oh, we'll go back and look for it. But the whole time we're like talking and goofing off. So while we're looking for the wallet, I lost my phone.
Yes. She lost her phone and her wallet on the same time walking through
On the same
downtown Greenville.
walk.
In different places. We ended up retracing our steps and finding her phone, but her wallet was gone.
Yeah.
But
I
then
did get it back later.
someone called her up and gave her wallet back.
And
But not before
I replaced
she
it.
had already replaced her driver's license.
Yeah. It was so my mom would be like, you guys are so crazy when you're together. My mom's very southern. And so we put it Ian said that takes skills, Sevy, sarcastic clap.
Yeah, it was
It was one of our
That's pretty
early
bad.
dates, so I was very embarrassed. I was like, he's gonna think I'm an idiot, and it's gonna be true.
Oh, this is a good question. Question for both husband and wife. Introvert or extrovert?
Oh, this is funny. Because I thought I was an extrovert my whole life, and then we got married.
And I told her, I was like, you are not an extrovert. You have good social skills, but that's not what an extrovert is.
I just believed her. And then we would go do stuff, and I would come home and I'd be like, ugh, I'm dead.
I told you that when we were dating. It wasn't
Yeah.
even like when we were just already married. I'm an introvert as well.
Yeah. So
Like,
we don't go anywhere.
I'm decently in the middle in the sense of it doesn't like drain so much energy for me to be around people, but I like being alone a lot.
I honestly think it makes me more tired to be around people than you.
Yeah.
But I think it's because I'm trying harder.
But I do love
Matt
being
does
alone.
not
Like,
care.
there are some people who don't want to be alone at all. And then there's me, like if I'm like playing a video game or something, I don't care if I'm playing it by myself. Like I'm chilling, having a good time.
This is also why people ask us about tour, and we're like, is that outside?
Oh no,
We have to leave our house.
the premiere is starting. Anyway, y'all should go watch if you want to listen to the whole EP before it comes out on Spotify in an hour, you can watch it right now on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go watch that
And
as
answer
well.
your comments. So
And
if you,
answer the
we
and
talk to you on there.
tippity tap type in text in the comments. So, oh, Chris says, "Whoa, I don't think I've ever come across a couple where both are introverted." Really?
Yeah, we're lucky
That's
we
surprising
even
to
met
me.
each other.
I feel like there are a lot of introverts in the world. I don't feel like it's most are extroverts. We've drained his social battery.
Chris, are
Not
you
really.
guys?
I'm fine.
Which is the extrovert for you guys? I gotta know before we leave, because that's funny to me. Hello, 4 a.m., my old friend. Ian! Bro, when do you sleep ever?
Ian's a legend. He stays up
Ian
late
is
for
a
our live
legend.
streams. And we appreciate it.
Chris is the introvert. Okay, that's what I
Nice.
would have guessed, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we do have 2 more questions here, of
Okay.
course. Who does your album art? Because it's fire.
He
Me,
does.
I do.
Because
Thanks.
he's hecka talented.
Where is the watermelon? I was going to have watermelon, but
He let
I
us
forgot to, or I didn't have time to get it.
Creation Forever said, I had fun here partying like it's 1517 from a Lutheran. It was fun indeed.
Nice. All right,
that's
guys.
awesome.
Thanks so much for joining. Make sure you check out the EP. It's a whole experience. And it's been like 5-6 months or more
Yep.
of working on it. So make sure you check it out. Melancholy. And if you want merch, MatthewParkerMusic.com. That sounded very advertisement-y, but it was.
Get advertised too.
Yeah. Thanks so much for joining, guys. This was awesome. This was
very
really fun. Best live stream in quite some time. But you guys are awesome. Thanks so much for listening to my music. Appreciate you all so much. You are very cool. You are the coolest, the secret cool people among the many few who listen to my music. I don't know what I'm saying.
few.
Yes.
Delirium.
Yeah, it's premiering now on YouTube, so go check it out if you want to, and see you guys later. Bye. Here, you exit the YouTube. I'll exit
Bye.
the Instagram.